Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Today we are playing World at War multiplayer. So as I discussed last week on my Call of Duty 4 stream, Merc Music, great YouTuber by the way, I really enjoy his videos. He's been doing this thing called the Call of Duty Revival thing or something, and he's every week kind of getting a bunch of people to go back and replay the old Call of Duty games each week. So last week was COD 4. This week is World at War, just for this weekend. I guess that's kind of how it's set up. It's like just the weekend. So we're going to be playing World at War this today. I honestly don't think I played this in at least a year probably, but even then, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've really dug deep into this. So we're going to see what lobbies we can get into. It says there's 600 people online. I feel like there's more than that. I think it's glitched a little, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to try to see if we can get a game of Ground War. Then I'll try domination. We'll try everything, see what we can get. Oh my god, what? We instantly got freaking a game of Ground War. Holy shit. Okay, all right, there we go. I wonder if there's gonna be any hackers though, because this game was known for the hackers, man. Oh my god, please let me know in the comments if the audio is all good. Oh my god, this is literally insanity right now. Okay, all right. Unsub ain't gonna entertain your rage bait. It's not even rage bait though. I genuinely think it's one of the worst multiplayers. Genuinely. Go watch my last multiplayer ranking video. I have it in dead last. Dead last. It ain't rage bait if you actually believe it, to be honest. Ain't rage bait if you believe it. Dude, what is happening? That guy actually killed me. Honestly, I thought that was a hacker. Dude, what is going on? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Connection eruption. Here we go. Here we go. What is going? What is happening? Oh my god. World at War for you. This is World at War for you. These Molotovs take like 8 minutes to throw, bro. So okay, let's talk about it, because I think a lot of people are reading the title and they're questioning it. They're surprised by it. Let me be clear, all right? Do I think it's actually the worst ever? I don't know. It's in the conversation. You know, it also depends. Are we talking multiplayer? Are we talking full game? I was really thinking multiplayer, but you know, full game's a bit different. But if we're talking just multiplayer, right, and we're not counting like the CODs before COD 4, I do think this is in conversation for one of the worst. Yeah, 100%. And I want people, what I want you guys to do in the comments, let me know. Oh god, let me know. Give me your positives of this multiplayer. Strictly multiplayer. Tell me what you loved about this multiplayer. I'm genuinely curious. Like, go into specifics. I'll tell you what I think, right? I think it's got... Wait, what just happened? Wait, you guys still there? My stream has never done that before. My stream like lagged out for a second. I don't think it's ever happened like that. Are you guys still there? Are we still alive? Did it lag out for anyone, or are you guys currently watching me speak right now? I was kind of getting scared someone hacked into my stream or something. I was like, what the fuck just happened? But you guys can hear me now though, right? Like, it's all good now. I don't know what happened. What did it look like on your end? Will he be trying to unlock Cherry Fizz? I'm not even sure, to be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that shit, but I'll think about it. All right, so I'm gonna read some of these comments. We all know Ghosts is the worst COD overall. Mid-campaign trash, MP no zombies. I feel like the DLC maps are good enough to hold it up. It's definitely one of the worst. Ghosts is in the conversation too. Oh, bro, they didn't even give me a chance to leave the game. I was gonna back out and play domination. So we're playing ground war right now. I'm gonna go into domination instead. I kind of want to play domination, but this is ground war, and so we got war, I guess. But I want to play domination, just regular old domination. Even though war is a goated game mode, but oh, there we go. Okay, I want to play domination. Hit detection is bad. Yeah, exactly. That I think hit detection is one of the worst things about this game, which is why I've said if it got the Modern Warfare Remastered treatment, I would probably like it a lot more. What did you think of the Xbox showcase a few days ago? I thought it was pretty good. Not better than Summer Games Fest, but I still thought it was pretty good. What's up, Chad? MW 2018, MW 2022 are the worst MPs. Those are, like I said, the games that are in the conversation for worst multiplayer, I would put this game, those two, and then Ghosts. Like those four, I think, are the top four worst. The order really changes depending on the day of the week for me, but I would put those in the conversation. There's no way everyone's playing Ground War and no one's playing Domination. That would be kind of criminal. Positive, there are guns and they shoot. I feel like visibility's better than in this than COD 4. They're both pretty bad visibility-wise. At least COD 4 has the remaster to make it look better, you know. I don't like this multiplayer, but it's not the worst. MW 2018, MW3, and BOC. MW3, damn. I'll say this. So when I rank things or like talk about what I like about things, I always take into account. We're gonna go back to Ground War, by the way, because I don't know, no one's playing Domination. I always take into account the positives and the negatives, like equally, right? They're both important. So you got to look at what's good and what's bad. So you're not wrong. Like this Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2, they definitely have more problems than this game. 100%. I could sit here and write a laundry list of problems with Modern Warfare 2019, whereas this game I could maybe think of like 7 things, maybe, you know, like it's not as long of a list of a game like MW 2019. But on the flip side, I can think of way more positives about Modern Warfare 2019 than I can about this game. Sorry, there's more. Again, we're talking multiplayer right now. There is more that I can sit down and be like, okay, at least, you know, that game has, I don't know, you could say there's just not a lot for that game, to be honest, but there's definitely little things you can go through in the game that, okay, I like that little element, I like that little element. MW2 is the same way, but again, they're all kind of in the same conversation. They have a lot of problems, those games. Crazy how the last World War II game had Godzilla, King Kong, and Attack on Titan as collabs. You know, I forgot that Vanguard had an Attack on Titan collab, because when that came out, I didn't watch the show at that point, so I don't even know what, like, collab they did. They just had one of the Titans, right? I feel like I remember seeing that. But the thing is, the Godzilla and King Kong collab was very fitting. I'll defend the Godzilla collab till the day I die, because to me, when it comes to collabs, I think as long as it's fitting to the era, it actually works. And Godzilla and Kong are 100% fitting for a World War II game, like 100%. King Kong was created in the 1930s. Godzilla is literally about the aftermath of World War II. Like that's the whole point of the movie. So like, I don't know, to me it's like they're perfect collabs. They really fit. Damn, no one's playing war anymore? No, the servers suck ass. Dude, this is another thing. People were trying to argue with me that the whole ports thing is pointless, because, you know, I'm sure you guys have heard the whole rumor about there being Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports for PlayStation 4. And people were telling me, oh, there's no point of doing them for Xbox. And I'm sitting here like, dude, backwards compatibility, we're still playing on the old 360 servers, and they suck. Those servers are not good anymore, right? You could still get lobbies, sure, but these servers are ass cheeks. So ports would actually be really nice. I'm gonna say it, Black Ops Classic overrated. I agree, Chad. I agree. Not because I don't think it's good, like it is fun, but I think the core game is good enough. Like it's already, like, I think the core game is nearly perfect when it comes to the movement and stuff. So I don't need no Black Ops Classic. I still think it's good, but it's like, you know, I don't need it. I'd rather just play the regular modes. Yeah, this whole please wait thing, it's all server related, and it's just like, bro, come on now. All right, so what should we try to play then? So apparently, what is okay, Merc Music's literally streaming right now. What is he playing? Maybe we should try to play whatever he's playing, because that's what everyone else is probably going to be playing. Oh, he's currently at the menu. Oh, that's why no one's in the lobby, because he's in the menu screen right now. I'm gonna wait to see what he joins so that we can... Oh my god. He is on Xbox, so we might as well just wait to see what he joins. There's nothing better about this game than COD 4. I'll say this, I like the dogs more than the helicopter, but that's about it. That's as far as it goes. Took me around 10 hours to get Cherry Fizz. God damn. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get it then. I don't know if I have time for that, to be honest. Look, I don't mind things taking a while. You know, I don't feel like waiting for... Oh, no, he's going into war. Okay, we'll try war then. Not that I need to be in his lobby. I'll respect to Merc, but I just wanted to get an easier lobby. Oh, actually, no, this might be a problem. Because everyone's just going to keep backing out until they get a lobby with him instead of just playing the game. So you might have a harder time finding a lobby. Yeah, that's what I thought. Everyone's just going to back out if he's not in it. Oh, no. Domination, anyone? I feel like if I could only play one multiplayer forever, I'd choose Modern Warfare 2019 and MW2 before COD 4 or World at War. Yeah, I don't... Well, yeah, but it depends, because, like, are you taking into account the fact that there's nobody playing these old games anymore? Because, like, that's an obvious thing. It's like, okay, yeah, you're going to get more consistent lobbies in those newer games. So that... But if we're not including that as a factor, maybe my opinion changes. I don't know. And there's all these server issues in these old games. It's rough. Well, I'm just going to play TDM. Fuck it. We're playing TDM. I got excited to play Domination today, but nobody playing it. Maybe we'll try Ground War as well. Black Ops 2 was the worst. Damn. Hey, out of all of them? Graphics and search and story is the only thing good about Modern Warfare 2019, nothing else. Search is pretty good in that game, but here's the thing about search being good in that game. The reason it's good is because the map design. I think what makes a good search map is the opposite of what makes a good respawn map. So like if the map is bad in Domination or TDM, it's probably going to be pretty good in Search and Destroy. So that's the thing, and that's why that game is filled with terrible respawn maps. So boom, you have a pretty good Search and Destroy mode. That's kind of why that works. Which is why I've actually said this in the past. I actually wouldn't be against them making, like, not necessarily separate maps for search and respawn, but I mean like a bigger version of the core map for search and kind of like a little bit more complex. But then the regular version kind of like gets a little bit more simple. You know what I mean? Like they go down to like the 3-lane design, but the search design allows it to like be a little more open. I feel like there's a way for them to pull that off for sure. All right, we're finally in a lobby. I'm sorry it took so damn long to find a lobby. All right, we're just playing regular old TDM, which is okay. I'm not going to use the MP40 every game, even though we could, and it would be insanely good. I'm going to pick up a PPSH, though. Oh! This is the most sexy sounding gun that's ever existed. Dude, when they inevitably carry forward the PPSH to... Oh, shit. To zombies for BO7, they better just give it the same sound effect. It better just sound like this. I don't know why they refuse to make the PPSH ever sound this good again. Oh, who is new? Oh, C4, really? People use C4s in this game? I have never seen that before in my life. Well, no, I have, but, you know, I'd never really see people using it is what I mean. Damn, dogs kind of suck in this game, to be honest. They're not, like, that hard to avoid. They're just cool, but, like, I don't know, you can kind of avoid them. Gunfight was good in MW 2019. Yeah, Gunfight's solid, but Gunfight has been in most of the CODs since then, and I think, in my opinion, it's been better in other iterations. I don't know which Gunfight was my favorite. Maybe... I don't know, actually. I'm not sure which one I would call my favorite. Red Dead Redemption was brought to PlayStation 4 and Switch in 2023, so I wouldn't expect an Xbox version for COD. So like Red Dead Redemption didn't get an Xbox port because it was already backwards compatible. But was that PlayStation port, was it like a lot better than the original version? Because if that's the case, then like Xbox needs to catch the fuck up, man. Because like, you know what I mean? Like I've been getting in a lot of like discussions with people. I don't think they realize like backwards compatibility is still on the old servers. It's literally just like an emulator, basically. Like you're just, you know what I mean? It's not, you're not actually playing on newer servers or anything. Maybe uninstall the DLC. I don't want to do that. The whole uninstalled DLC thing, I only really do that in MW2 and MW3 because those games don't have zombies. So like almost everyone doesn't have DLC. Like at least in these games, there's enough people that have DLC that like you might find DLC every now and then, but MW2 and 3 you have to uninstall the DLC, which really sucks. Because there's some fun DLC maps in those games I would love to play. Another reason why zombies should be in every COD. I know, there's no paid DLC anymore, so that doesn't really matter, but I'm telling you, if those games had zombies, we'd see more things. Did you see the little teaser for the new map? Yeah, those little 7-second. It wasn't really anything too crazy, to be honest. It didn't really show much. It's a fine teaser. I didn't really expect them to, you know, go ham with the teasers just yet, but I mean, didn't really show anything. Which honestly, I'm okay with showing less, you know, as long as the map has a lot. I kind of prefer when they show less. If we can get another Dead of the Night release again, I honestly wouldn't even be mad about that. I know the community would hate that, but I'd kind of fuck with it, to be honest. Just dropping a map out of nowhere and not giving us any information on it. I would kind of like that, at least like once, you know. Give me Black Ops Advanced, dude. If they drop a game mode next season or something that has boost jumping, I would be obsessed with that. I hear this dude over here. Got him. It has 60 frames per second, so yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't know. If they don't do the ports for the Xbox, it's just like really strange decision. That's all I'll say. I mean, I'd definitely be loading up the PS4 for that, for sure, but or the PS5, but it would just be like weird, you know? Especially because Microsoft owns Activision, so it's like you're gonna allow the other platform to have a better version of your older games. It's a little weird. This game's crazy, bro. They had the freaking they had that anthem at the end of the game. Will you play the Halo remake? Actually, I think so, but keep in mind, I've never played a Halo game except for Halo Infinite. So what I might do, which probably will be for the other channel, I don't think I'm going to do this on this channel. I'm not really sure, actually, because I'm not sure what channel would fit better on. I might do a video playing every Halo game for the first time. We'd probably play... So I'll do a whole playthrough of the campaign, right? Because that's what they're doing. The Halo remake is the campaign, right? I'll do a whole playthrough of that, obviously first time, never played the original, etc, etc. But then we'll also do a video around the same time playing every Halo multiplayer for the first time. Can we play War now? Yeah, I'll try to find a War lobby. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play... Yeah, we'll play every multiplayer. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't really know if there's lobbies for those older games anymore, but I'm gonna try my best.
We should get some other to back out and party up. Party up with people that don't have the map packs installed.
I'm gonna try my best. Sub pens. When's the last time I played this map? I feel like this map was kind of mid. I feel like this game, in terms of its map pool, there are some bangers in it, but then there's also a lot of just like not great maps.
Oh my god.
Imagine the PS5 version uses R1 and L1 to shoot like on PS3. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing on PS3. I didn't have a PS3. I never owned a PS3. I only ever played it at other people's houses. I always thought it was terrible. respectfully to PlayStation 3 fans, I thought it was a terrible console. The controller sucked. There's always problems with it. I didn't like it. Glad I had an Xbox 360. But I hated the controllers, how it was like that. It was really weird. I do have a PS4 and 5 though. Never owned a PS3. I kind of want to get, if they even exist anymore, I kind of want to get like a PS2 or something, because like there's some older games I want to play that like are only on older PlayStations. So I don't know, we'll see. Oh, was this a DLC map? I feel like it was, because I feel like this map is, it's to me one of the worst maps in the game. I think it's pretty terrible, but I don't think it's a launch map. I'm pretty sure this is a DLC map. I can't remember for sure though. Aye! Using the Type 100 ass cheeks. If an asteroid would hit Earth and the only way to save the planet is to play Ghost's worst map, Stonehaven, 24 hours straight, would you do it or let the world burn? It'd be a hard decision, but you know, I think I have to save the world. Hard decision though. Why are we always gonna be on the same team? That's no fun. Because the game doesn't want you to stream snipe me, so they're like saving me from that. Yeah, this is like just the weirdest map I've ever played. Like, I don't know, like let's take a look at the TAC map. What the fuck is going on there? I don't know, bro. What? Somebody spawned over here. Dude, these spawns are nasty, man. Ooh, Our recon plane will find them. Recon plane is I'm really fucking with the spawns right now. We got a hacker, do we? And connection interrupted. Where's the hacker? What? Okay, that was I thought I was flying for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think World of War is in the worst place out of any of the older Call of Duties. Like, I don't think COD 4 plays much better, and there's much less issues with the servers. This game constantly has server connection issues, constantly lags you out. It's rough. It's rough. But here's the thing, and this is why, you know, people say, oh, it's an older game, you got to cut its slack. This game had problems even like 15 years ago, right? Like, it's been a problem for a while. This isn't like a new thing. So I don't really give it much slack, because it's like, you know, other CODs have been much better and played much better for longer. This game died. Like, I feel like the servers just died on themselves after a few years. It's like Treyarch just didn't really, I don't know. I know this game was made in a small amount of time, so maybe that's why, but I tell you, the love for this game is 99% nostalgia, which is fine. I have nostalgia for it, dude. I freaking love my times on this back in the day, but I have a hard time sitting here and saying this is a great COD. I just do. I'm sorry. Ooh, Bonsai. Let's play Bonsai. Nobody vote to skip Bonsai. Come on. Ah, we got Station. Even worse. At least Bonsai was somewhat decent. Station's, from what I remember, not very good. Both DLC maps, by the way. This is a DLC map. I've been kicked for not having it before. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, this game works in a way where it still will load you into a lobby even if you don't have the DLC map, but then it'll just kick you out. So that's why you actually do want to have the DLC installed for this game specifically. The best thing about PS3 was there was no paying for online as long as you had internet you can play. That's true. I'll give it that. That was cool. But I think that resulted in the servers not being great, at least from my experience. Again, I didn't own the console. I only ever played it at friends' houses, but I remember there was a certain point where I think my friend was just like, you know what, next time you come over, bring that 360. Bring your 360. Nah, but PlayStation, I mean, this has always been the case. I think it's just had better exclusives, even back in the PS3 days. I've noticed older CODs play a lot better on PS3, barely any hackers. Probably because there's barely any people playing them. No, you might be right, though. Maybe this just hacking is more of an Xbox thing. I don't know. I don't know the reason for that. comparing this to BO2, you'd think BO2 was a Xbox One, PlayStation 4 game. I mean, BO2 was pretty close to that era, to be fair. It is interesting to see like how much graphics improved from like 2008 to 2015. That jump is freaking insane. Whereas the jump from 2020 to like today isn't that crazy. It's like the same. It's kind of the same, even though the year amount is about the same. Interesting for sure. Which I'm fine with. Again, I've talked about this in the past. Like, I think for me, graphics have a bit of a threshold where it's like once you pass that threshold, like you don't really have to get much better than that. Like, do we really need better graphics than what we have now? Honestly, no. I think games look great right now, and then leave it at that. Just improve the gameplay, improve, you know, the ambition, the ideas, but graphics, like we've hit how good graphics can get. I don't need to go higher than that. I think their next goal should be keeping that same quality of graphics while also decreasing the size of the game, so you don't have like freaking 200 gigabyte games. You know, that should be their goal more than anything, to be honest. Which I think that is like one of the main goals of developers right now. Because honestly, the size of games, like 100% is a factor in whether or not someone buys the game nowadays. 100%. Because I mean, if you see a game that's 200 gigabytes and you don't have even close to that kind of space, are you gonna buy it? Especially if you weren't like that excited for it. Probably not. Dude, tanks in 6v6 multiplayer is just not a good idea. I'm using them anyways, though. So there's people who like love this map. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Oh, let's fuck this guy up. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Damn. Is it just me that thinks older graphics are scarier? Oh yeah, I think you're right. But to be fair, there could be a connection there. Maybe you're right in general as well, I don't know, but there could be a connection that our brain makes to like older graphics to like our childhood. Maybe that kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know, plays a role in it. And obviously when you're a kid, you tend to be more scared of things than you are now, so it's just, you know, that association is like, okay, now if you play a game that has those similar graphics that remind you of when you were a kid, it kind of increases the chances of it scaring the shit out of you. I'm sure there's other reasons for it too, though. Oh, my tank. I'm just gonna play zombies. Screw this, you're already giving up. See, I want everyone to remember this when I do my multiplayer map rank, or not multiplayer map, multiplayer ranking video that I'm gonna do probably in the next couple months. Remember this stream, please, because people are gonna have to defend me. Those comments are gonna eat me alive, man. Because this game is gonna rank low. I don't care what anybody says. I haven't really like. I think if you go back to like 2010, not 2010, 2014, 15. I've definitely had a better opinion on this game. I used to probably rank it like, I don't know, middle of the road, kind of, you know. I think 2018, 2019 is when I started to be like, yeah, okay, this game's kind of mid to go back to. And again, it's not just like, oh, it's an old game. No, because if I play MW2, Black Ops 1, like, I have a much better time. So it's like, you know, it's not just because it's an older game. I'm cutting it slack, but like, what was that, dude? My bullets did not connect with that man at all. Older graphics are also grittier, grunchier, and you could see less details, so your imagination goes wild. Yep, that's another great reason. Yep. Oh shit. Yeah, I was not gonna capture that. People are gonna say you're too young to enjoy World of War and you're almost 30. All right, let's chill with the almost 30. Goddamn. I'm only 25, man. But yeah, no, 100% people are gonna say that. So I was 8 years old when this game came out, right? Like, so yeah, I was young. So could you make the argument I was too young to enjoy it? I guess. I was still playing it though. Who's to say you can't love something when you're 8 years old? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If anything, that's like the peak of childhood. No, I think peak of childhood was like 10 years old. I feel like 10 is the peak, right? 10 or 11 maybe. Damn. If I did a multiplayer ranking, MW2 would be above COD 4 World at War. Yeah, see, I don't know. I couldn't put that above COD 4. I will say, though, after playing COD 4 the other day, I feel like it probably lowered my ranking a little bit, to be honest. At least by, like, one spot. I wasn't having a great... I was having a fun time streaming. But the game itself, I was kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's why I don't want to play Black Ops 2 anymore, because I'm like, I feel like if I go back to it, I'm gonna like it a little less, and I don't like that feeling. That feeling hurts, so I'm like, I gotta like save myself from it. But I will say, this is actually an interesting topic, because I do think there's a big difference in people and how they rank Call of Duty games, depending on whether or not they revisit the old games ever. Because I know people who never revisit the old games. They only play the newest Call of Duty, or they just don't play COD at all, right? They're not frequently going back to World at War, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. They're not playing the old games, right? They play what's currently out or other games or whatever. They're not playing the old games. These people tend to, and from my experience, tend to be much more favorable on the older games than I feel like some other people are. Because it's like, well, yeah, I mean, if you haven't played the game since you were a kid, it's all about nostalgia then. Like, you don't have a newer perspective on it, which is fine. I'm not saying you have to play the game every freaking year to keep your opinion updated, but I think it kind of like shapes how you feel about it in a certain sense, where it's like it's all about the time you had on it in the past without really taking into account how it is. So I do notice the difference there. And at least for me, I do revisit the old games a lot. Like, I don't like only playing the newest COD. I don't think that's fun. I think that's like the worst way to play this series. Unfortunately, the games are so retention heavy nowadays with so much like FOMO. Like, dude, the Cherry Fizz camo, you gotta play like 10 hours to get it. Like, they're so retention heavy that like it does make it hard to play other CODs, because you always feel like you gotta be playing the new game and getting all the stuff. Realistically, you don't have to get the camos though. Like, I could go without Cherry Fizz. I'm probably gonna do it because I want it, but I don't need it. But I like to revisit the old games. That's what I like to do. Okay, Dome is a goated map. I'm excited for this because this is actually, I think, the second best map in this game. I think for me it goes Courtyard is the best, then Dome, then Castle. Those are the three best maps in this game. And they're the three best maps. They're also the only World at War maps. No, that's not true. There's some of the only World at War maps that have been remastered. There's a couple other that have, but those are like the main ones that have been. There's definitely at least like 3 other that have been remastered. Rage bait title. It's not rage bait if I actually believe it. That's the thing people don't get about rage bait. Rage bait means you're lying to try and get a rise out of people. I'm not lying. I think it's one of the worst Call of Duties. That ain't lying. That ain't lying. I played COD since I was 6 years old, but it was only campaign and zombies. Yeah, I played since I was 6 as well. People always get like surprised when they hear that. It's like, you gotta keep in mind though, because like this is my parents' perspective on it, right? They thought it's a war game, therefore I'm learning something. They wouldn't let me play GTA because I'm not learning nothing about GTA, but a World War II game, they were like, you whatever, you're learning about history, it's fine. So, and that was Call of Duty 3. That was the first COD I played.
Capture the flag.
All right, let's go with let's be an asshole. Let's use the MP40. Oh, my hit detection. Well, I do find it funny though, hit detection being bad. Don't get me wrong, it's still a bad thing, but it kind of like in a sense helps the game because it makes the time to kill a little slower. So you could argue that the hit detection being bad is a good thing, but it sucks. Like, it makes the gunfights half the time feel kind of random, you know? I wouldn't say it's a good thing, but I don't know. Yeah, see, the like, oh shit. The, like, atmosphere of this game's great. Like, just the announcers, the voice acting. Like, it's everything other than the gameplay, in my opinion, that's really good. I think it's got really solid, like, a feel to it. It's the only COD with 0 cosmetics, which I'm not gonna say it's a good thing, because I do like camos and stuff, but it does add to the atmosphere. Like, it's just very clean, like, nothing fancy, which, again, I don't want that for a new Call of Duty, but it is nice to have an old COD that's like that. It's kind of cool.
Enemy artillery.
Vanguard MP is a little underrated, I will say. I don't love it, but it's not like as bad as people say. Dude over here, I don't know, man. Why did you choose to be born in 2000? I don't know. Don't know why I did it. If it wasn't for World at War, zombies wouldn't be a thing. Good thing we're not talking about zombies today. No, I mean, even I would put World at War zombies pretty low, but no, when I say it's one of the worst, I'm talking about multiplayer. I just don't want to add the word multiplayer to the title because that's too much work. And it kind of makes the title look ugly, to be honest. But also, to be honest, the whole like concept of just because it's the first zombies that it has to be like I have to give it like credit. I mean, I can give it credit, but I can still say it's one of my least favorites, though. You know, it's like I wouldn't say the first iPhone is the best iPhone or one of the best iPhones just because it was the first iPhone. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I can give it credit, but like, oh yeah, it's nice that this was the first iPhone, but it's I don't think I would ever make the argument it's better than like other iPhones. You know? Oh shit! Yeah, see, this map is actually pretty good. Like, I could have a good time on this map. I like this map. One of my favorite experiences is the slow time to kill Vanguard game mode on this map. Some of the most fun I think I've ever had in Call of Duty. I'm not even kidding. Unfortunately, that mode is not available anymore, but when it was available, that was some good shit. Get over here. Yeah, bro, this game needs a remaster, man. I can't believe they never did it. I would like it so much more if it got a remaster. Give me some melee weapons to grind for or something. MP40 and World at War Remaster would shred with good hit detection. They would have to nerf the MP40, to be honest, slightly. Not like, don't like destroy it, but you would have to give it at least a slight nerf. The game wouldn't function with this thing. The game simply wouldn't function with that thing staying the same. No, I can't agree with fast time to kill being better than slow. I think time to kill being slower is like the thing I'm most passionate about when it comes to COD. To the point where if you give me like a time to kill that's too fast, I don't care how good the rest of the game is. The game automatically is kind of one of my least favorite CODs. Few exceptions maybe, but I think generally speaking, especially a newer Call of Duty, it's like it's rough. It's rough if you give me a fast TDK. Oh god. Oh god. I was very glad to hear apparently MW4 doesn't have like a super fast TDK. I don't know if I believe it though, to be honest, because I feel like I've been seeing a lot of mixed information on that. And I'm kind of worried that the people who are telling me that the time to kill is slow were just missing their shots, so they thought it was slow. Imagine that. But I don't know. Some people were saying it's slow, so I don't know. We'll see. I would be shocked because, to be honest, I was not expecting Infinity Ward to deviate from what their time to kills have been in the recent games, so. But if they did deviate, then fuck yeah. Hey! Obviously, though, it's a spectrum, though. Like, I don't mind like a medium time to kill, though. It depends. Depends on the rest of the game.
Keep fighting! We are capturing the flag!
Parents only let me play Black Ops 1 because MP wasn't that bad. Only blood. And I was too scared to play zombies. Ended up playing zombies more than anything. Yeah, I definitely only started really getting like deep into multiplayer, I think around like MW2 BO1. But I did play a little bit of it before.
Get the next flag! They are weakening!
I definitely was more of a campaign zombies guy at first, that's for sure.
Securing the flag! Hold those first back! Enemy recon flag!
I do think I became more of a multiplayer person over time. I think that's definitely true.
We have laid waste to all who stood before us!
It's been fun to play war though. I want to play domination and just I don't know if we're gonna get lobbies of that. I personally think Vanguard Zombies is better than World of War Zombies. I don't know. I don't know if I could say that. I don't think I could say that. I'd probably, if you could only let me play one Zombies for the rest of my life, I probably would say Vanguard over World of War, but I mean, I don't know. That's hard to say. Vanguard was an abomination. No, I do like the last two maps in that game though. Like I didn't hate the like Shinonuma and the Archon. I was like, oh, they're fine. They're just like Cold Wars maps, to be honest. World of War to MW2 might be a bigger jump than the first 3 CODs to COD 4. Maybe. They are both really big jumps for sure. You could also say because it's the first, it can't be the best or worst. It's in the middle ground. It's not that it can't be the best or the worst. It could be anything. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it has to be great. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be solid. But I think the first could be the worst. It depends. There's definitely like movie series, or like movie franchises where I think the first is the worst. Can't think of one off the top of my head, but they definitely exist. If I'm just counting the trilogy, like Lord of the Rings, I think personally, Fellowship is the weakest of the 3, but that's a hot take. I don't know. I think that is hot. I think most people put the Two Towers at the weakest. I think the Two Towers is better though. I should have used the STG. This is a bad gun to use. This map is okay. This goes into category of like, yeah, it's fine. It gets the job done, but I don't necessarily like this map that much. It's just it works. Marketing for this new map has not been that great. I mean, it kind of hasn't really started though, to be fair. Like next week is really what the marketing is going to be happening. They definitely have been doing it for as long as they did for Totenreich, but I'm okay with that, to be honest. As long as the marketing next week is good. I hope they give us an intro, trailer, all in that order, and then a blog, and you know, again, I'm okay with them not showing a lot though, but you know, I just hope the map itself is good. I hope it's not disappointing. And sometimes when there's less marketing, it does kind of make you feel like the map's going to be weaker, which obviously doesn't have to be the case, but I feel like that might be like the case, you know, because I feel like Totenreich had a lot more marketing than like Paradox Junction, for example, and obviously we know which map turned out to be better there, so. But yeah, their little piece of marketing so far didn't do a lot for me though, because it was just like a random room in the map. It didn't really like, the room didn't make me go, woo, like I wasn't like, oh, that's such a cool location. Like, nah, the volcano part is cool, sure, but that wasn't really like shown in that image, I guess. I'm sure there's better parts of the map that they could show off for sure.
Hit them hard before they take our flag!
Damn, that guy does not want to die.
Enemy artillery!
Yeah, Modern Warfare 4 campaign early access is good. I'm happy they did that. I'm pissed that BO6 didn't have it. I get why BO7 didn't. I can't even blame them for that, to be honest. Well, I could blame them for the campaign being awful, but I get why they sat there and went, yeah, we probably shouldn't give this early access. BO6 doesn't really make any sense though, because that campaign wasn't like awful or anything. It wasn't like fantastic, but I thought it was good. Would have been nice to play that a week before Zombies came out.
Recon plane acquired.
BO7 campaign still pisses me off though, because like the thing is the campaign didn't have to be bad.
Our artillery will
Like,
take 'em up.
oh no, we're frozen. We're frozen. That's what happens in this game. It freezes. Cause it's bad. No, I'm just kidding. Not really kidding, but you know. Yeah, it does mean they have a level of confidence for sure. Reckoning's marketing was really great. I agree. Are you playing on PS3? No, we're on Xbox. Well, technically, we're on Xbox Series X. Oh, Emily forfeiting. I'm the only person left? I guess everyone else backed out the second it started lagging. I'm on Xbox Series X, but playing through the 360 servers, obviously. Yeah, Bings, you gotta go watch Lord of the Rings. They're goated movies. You should always want the first to be the worst means you got better. That's true. That is true. Can I say something else? And I want to see what people think about this. So obviously, things improving over time is obviously a better feeling. But I don't, in my opinion, I think regardless of if something gets better or something gets worse, if it still ends up being the same amount of good and bad, both of those things should be seen in a similar light. Here's my example, right? Black Ops 2 zombies and Infinite Warfare zombies. Because I always hear people saying that Infinite Warfare zombies is bad because the maps get worse as they go along, which I don't personally agree with 100% because I personally think Shaolin is better than Raven the Redwoods. But generally speaking, yeah, the maps tend to get a little bit worse as they go through for sure. But why is that game held to the standard of, oh, this game is now bad because of that? Whereas Black Ops 2 Zombies, which has probably, you know, it's subjective, obviously, but probably an equal amount of good and bad maps when it comes to, like, what Black Ops 2 has to offer. You have, like, masterpieces there. You have masterpieces in Infinite Warfare, but you also have a lot of not-so-great maps like Transit and The Beast from Beyond. The only difference is BO2, they get better as they go along, for the most part, right? Whereas Infinite Warfare gets worse. But, like, to me, that's still the same thing. In fact, actually, I would argue it's better for Infinite Warfare because at least Infinite Warfare's really good map is a disc map. You don't have to pay DLC to get Spaceland. Whereas in BO2, you got to pay DLC to get Origins and Mob of the Dead. If you don't pay for DLC, you get fucking Transit. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Am I making a good argument here? Because I get tired when I hear people say Infinite Warfare is bad because the DLC gets worse. I'm like, well, how do you feel about BO2 then? Because I love BO2 zombies. No, BO2 and Infinite Warfare are my top, like, they're in my top 3 favorite zombies. They're fantastic, 100%. But, like, you know, you can't, again, it depends on how you feel about the maps, of course. But, like, I know people who feel the same way about me, where they think Origins, Mob of the Dead are great. You know, Raven Redwood, Spaceland's great. And then maps like Die Rise is kind of weaker. Attack of the Reducted Thing's a bit weaker. Beast from Beyond's the only, like, bad map in that game. Transit's a bad map in BO2, right? They're literally the same game when you think about it when it comes to, like, how many maps are good or bad. I'm going to try to get a game of domination. Probably not going to happen, but we're going to try. So, like, wouldn't those kind of have the same, you know what I mean? I don't know. Will you get Cherry Fizz in BO7? I'm going to try. And if it's, like, a couple hours in and I feel like I'm not even close, I'm just going to stop it. Because I honestly don't have the time for it. Will we stream it going for it? Maybe? Not today, not tomorrow, but I'm gonna kill you. No, I'm quoting The Walking Dead there. I had to do it. No, but probably in the next week or so, I'll probably do that, if we do. I'm just so busy in the next few weeks, so I don't know. BO7's campaign only has progression because I think the campaign was bad, to be honest. I think that's the thing that pisses me off, though. It's like they knew people weren't going to like it, so why do it then? Like, they 100% knew people were not going to like that. There's no way they'd sat there and made that campaign and said, oh yeah, this will turn out great. They knew it wasn't going to be good, so they added endgame, they added progression, they added all these systems to make people at least get into it to some degree. They knew it was not going to be good. So it's like, why did you do it then? Make a better campaign. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. You could have done all the wacky, goofy, crazy stuff. Like, I don't, like, people always point to the giant Harper boss fight as the problem with that campaign, and I'm like, dude, you're sending out the wrong idea to the developers. That is not what's wrong with that campaign. Could you make the argument that it's maybe Call of Duty shouldn't do stuff like that? You could make that argument. I don't agree with that, though. I think Call of Duty should do whatever the hell it wants when it comes to the craziness. If you want to give me a campaign that has dragons, go for it. I don't care. It's not about what is in it. It's about how you execute it. And that Harper boss fight was executed horribly. It's a really bad boss fight. The HUD is awful in that campaign. Why do we have a minimap in campaign? I don't know. I wouldn't know. Why do we have health bars? Why do we have freaking rarity system in campaign? Huh? Weird stuff. The level design is really boring, really bland. Half of the game is on Avalon. It's just not a good campaign for a lot of reasons. The story has almost nothing going on. It's not about Harper boss fight, right? You could have given me a Harper boss fight in a game that's actually really good and it could have worked. It could have. Just didn't. Like the Spider-Man t-shirt. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's got Venom on it. It's fighting Venom. All right, we're just gonna look for we'll look for Ground War. See if we can find a Ground War game. And we did right away. Damn. Holy shit. All right.
Team deathmatch.
Got Castle.
No one fights alone.
My top 5 zombies is BO2, World War II, BO4, IW, BO3. I got the same 5 games in my top 5. My order's different, but I got the same games for sure. It's a lot better to start off bad and then get good than to start off good and then get bad. It's just disappointing when it gets worse. But that's the thing. It all comes down to the feeling of disappointment rather than just like the actual situation going on. Because you're still getting the same amount of good and bad maps, really. And I would say in Infinite Warfare's case, getting the good map on disc is better, but I don't know. BO6 zombies made me play IW because I got bored of it. Yeah. I mean, I do revisit old zombies frequently. By the way, why are we lagging now after every game? World of War is in a terrible state. This game needs a remaster, man. You gotta at least get the Zespo camo. Yeah, I probably will at least get that. You're busy next few weeks. Does that mean, what does that mean for Attack on Titan? I will be editing a lot of stuff, so it's probably gonna be editing a lot of Attack on Titan. Yeah, I'll probably watch a little bit more too. But no, this is just a busy week in general. I got so much going on. This whole summer's busy. Honestly, like, I love summer and all, but I feel like the problem with summer is I feel like it's always so busy. At least in like March and like February, like I'm kind of just chilling most of the time, but like, dude, summer is like, it's the opposite of how it was back when I was in school. Like back when I was in school, it was the summer that was all chill, but I don't know, for some reason when in my adulthood, it's summer, I'm doing something every freaking week. I guess because I think I know why that is. It's because, like, generally speaking, most people tend to have more free time in their summer, so they plan things out more to happen over summer, which results in more things happening in the summer just by the nature of, you know, people wanting to do more things in the summer.
Enemy recon plane right above us.
Said it ruined BO2's campaign's legacy. I don't think it ruined it. I mean, here's the thing. I'm very much of the opinion that nothing can ruin an older product. Like, the older product still exists on its own. Unless the product is like a part 1 and like it needed a follow-up and like the follow-up sucked and ruined whatever it built up. But that's different, right? BO2 wasn't that. BO2 is its own game, its own thing. It still stands on its own. BO7 is just an attempt at some sort of spiritual sequel that obviously was not good in terms of the campaign, right? The multiplayer actually, I think, works great as a spiritual sequel. No, honestly, the multiplayer is more of a spiritual sequel to BO3 than anything, in my opinion. But I don't think it ruins BO2 in any way, shape, or form. Like, I think that game is still iconic. Its legacy is still there. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, Treyarch didn't go into our discs and scratch up our BO2 discs. Like, the game is still the same, you know? That's the way I see it, at least. I feel that way about everything, though. Ooh, give me the PPSH. Oh, come on. Did the gun disappear? I hate when that happens, when a gun disappears right when you're about to pick it up. play zombies. You know what? I might actually play zombies. Because this multiplayer is fucking rough right now. I'll play one more game multiplayer, and then I think we'll try to find a public match of zombies. We'll try. And I mean, anyone can join if they'd like as well. But we'll do that. We're gonna do one more multiplayer match. It is so hot out today. It might be the hottest day of the year. Oh my god. Well, the word is not the worst. Hey, it's close. It's close. Do you think the BO1 and 2 ports are coming? I honestly have no clue at this point. Like, they are definitely a thing. They're on the PlayStation Store database, right? They have to be there. Like, that's a real thing. They're not just rumors at this point. The question is, what is it going to look like? Is it just going to be like a shitty port of those games only on PlayStation? Then it's like, I don't really care about it then, right? Is it going to be something that's actually like improving the game significantly, newer servers, also available on Xbox? If that's the case, I'm all in. Like, that's exciting, but I have no clue what it's going to look like at this point. BO2 was the first campaign where it felt like a movie, probably because it was I think it was the first campaign with like full-on cinematics, right? Like cinematic cutscenes. I think MW2 felt like a movie, but yeah, BO2 felt more like one because I think all the cutscenes. Rarity system isn't that bad in campaign though. It's just there for camo grinding. I hate it because it's pointless. Like, it doesn't have any effect on the game. It's just like there to be like, oh, look, you're progressing your gun, but you're not. It doesn't really mean anything, you know? And I don't know. It doesn't ruin the campaign. I can agree there. Like, it's not like ruining it. I just hate that they felt the need to put it there when it has no purpose. Like, zero purpose. What's the order of your top 5 zombies? It changes frequently. So right now, I'll tell you, it's probably BO3, then IW, then BO4, then BO2, then World War II. We'll go with that right now. But that changes frequently. Dude, we can't find a single lobby that functions. These servers are trash today, man. It's rough out here. I guess we'll try a regular war. There we go. Oh, I would love to play Bonsai. Because you have a social life, just become a chud expert. Hell yeah. Your title is a lie. Hey, it is true to me. Summer's interesting for me. Starts out dead as fuck, gets busy for like 5 weeks, and then back to being as dead as my dreams. August, I will say August tends to be kind of chill. Like, there's not a lot going on in August. June and July are like nuts though. I feel like August, everyone's kind of winding down at that point. They're done with the summer. They want it to get cold at that point. But like, everything's happening in June and July, you know?
Fight for the flags!
Oh shit, we're playing on Deriz. I'm on Deriz. This is actually kind of crazy that this was in multiplayer, and a lot of people don't even know that because it was a DLC map, so they just didn't play this game into the DLC season. But yeah, this is literally Deriz. But a lot of people say that all the World War maps are in multiplayer. Shinonuma is the only one that actually technically isn't. The other 3 are though. Shinonuma is actually the most original World of War map. Crazy, crazy fact. I mean, look, yeah, this is Deriz, but it's also like very, like, it doesn't resemble it that much. Like, this is the quick revive room up here. Like, it's not exact, right? Like, they didn't just copy and paste this and plop it down. This definitely looks very different than Deriz looks, but you could see the layout. You could see how it resembles Deriz. They didn't like copy and paste it though. This is supposed to be the spawn area here. This is that's the Thompson room over there. Yeah, you know. Oh, if we play zombies, we're gonna play Deriz for sure. What do you think I am?
Unleash the dogs!
They should remaster this map. They should remaster this map, but actually add zombie stuff on it, like a teleporter for multiplayer. I think that'd be pretty fun.
We will take this flag.
But you know what I don't get about stuff like Warzone? Like, Warzone I think would be so much more interesting with its maps if they put more recognizable points of interest. Like, why not make like this a point of interest? Like Vanguard, right? Vanguard had, what was it, the Caldera map? They had Noctur and Toten as a point of interest, but why not go a bit further? Throw in Duriz, throw in Shinonuma, throw in, I don't know, other stuff, right? And same thing goes for like the newer Warzone maps, like Avalon. Why does Avalon only have the tomb? Like, it has Nine's Pack-a-Punch room as well, right? But like, why not throw in more stuff? Throw in a bunch of maps, I don't know. I would be way more interested in Warzone if that was the case. Kawakajo Wonder Weapon is Takio's chopsticks. They said it would be something super unique. That would be very unique for sure. Very, very unique. I have no clue what it's going to be. I feel like no one has guessed it. Would you say that Black Ops 7 campaign ruined the BO6 campaign because it needed the follow-up with the Cradle? No, I don't think you really needed that follow-up. I think BO6 was still a closed story. Like, sure, they did more stuff with Cradle, but I don't really need more with the Cradle.
Securing the flag. Hold those Burmese back. Recon plane awaits our orders. Our recon plane will find them wherever they hide.
Shinuma is just reuse assets. Yeah, like there's definitely reuse assets for, I mean, they do that for a lot of maps though, but it's not like a full-on location like the other maps are. Top 5 campaigns in no specific order: OG MW2 and 3 IW BO1 and 2. Yeah, I think I have the same games in my top 5, but different order. For me, it goes Infinite Warfare is number 1, then Black Ops 2, then MW2, then MW3, then Black Ops 1. Dude, I love the voice chat in these older games. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can't understand a single thing anyone's saying. But that's why it's so good. Nobody's making sense. All right, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick, and we're gonna go load into zombies. If you are able to join my game, you can do it, but I don't know really how it's gonna work because I'm gonna join Xbox Live, and we're gonna find a match, or no, not private match. We're gonna find match. I'm gonna look for, oh, I forgot they had a co-op campaign. Competitive co-op? That was a thing? How did I not know that was a thing? Am I crazy? All right. Fun fact, Verrucht is actually called Zombie Verrucht. A lot of people don't know that. The official name is Zombie Verrucht. I always find that to be so funny. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna play Duriz. I don't want the game to last too long though, so we have to just not be good. All right, I'm gonna load into it and use the bathroom. Oh, actually, I'll give you guys a few. Hold on. Oh shit, there's a lot of people. Actually, the chances of me finding a lobby with anyone is gonna be slim. So if you can join in through the game, my gamer tag is DanChargers123. If you can find it, if you can get in, feel free, but we're gonna come back and then we're gonna find a private public match, okay? With anyone who's in. So by that time, if anybody wants to join, of course. can only invite you. Why is that? I mean, he might as well invite me then. if that works, I guess. I don't know. Trying to join people's lobbies back in the day is not easy. I don't even know like where I would go to. Oh, there we go. We'll just join. We'll just join you and then load us into a game of public duries and we'll go from there. Bro doesn't like World of War. To be fair, saying it's my least favorite Call of Duty or one of my least favorite doesn't mean I don't like it. Because what if I just like every Call of Duty? Who knows? Who knows? Warzone lost all hope when the community rejected Black Ops Royale. Dude, honestly, I agree. But to be fair, I feel like they haven't really updated it much, but maybe because people stopped playing it. That could be that. There's so much more they could have done with Black Ops Royale. I kind of hate that they just... It's just kind of gone. We gotta make our class setups. We gotta load in with our M16s. If they introduced Black Ops Classic movement mechanics in Black Ops Royale, then it would have worked. But then it wouldn't really be Black Ops Royale, though, you know? It wouldn't really be Black Ops Royale. I feel like the whole point of that mode is like the grapple hooks and the crazy wall jumps and stuff. If you just dial it all back, you're just playing, you know, I don't even know. It's, I don't know. What? All right, we gotta back out because we gotta. Where did the people go? I mean, unless people join in, but I kind of wanted a full lobby. You know what I mean? I think you gotta back out. We need a full lobby. Oh, everyone's playing World of War because Merc Music is doing a revival thing. Like every week he does like a revival, so he tells everyone to get on these older games. I jump on top of you. Bro, they had wall jumps back in the day. This is what happens when you only judge COD based on multiplayer only. Am I doing that though? No, see, when I talk about Call of Duty games, I rarely rate them as a whole. And the reason why is because I don't think the games are made, these games are made that way. They're not really made as full products. Like, they're so clearly made as individual modes, and those are meant to be their own thing, that they just happen to be on the same game. And like, I mean, a great example is look at a game like BO3. Dude, one of the best multiplayers in the series. A lot of people love it. And then a great zombies as well. One of the worst campaigns. So it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and go, okay, I love the multiplayer and zombies in this game, but I don't like the campaign. So now I have to say this is like a middle of the road COD because the campaign's bad. Like, I'm not gonna let the campaign bring it down that far. I'm not. I love the multiplayer and zombies. So what makes more sense is rate them individually. Like, you go, let's rank the campaigns, then let's rank the zombies, then let's rank the multiplayer. Like, you do it individually, right? So the title of this video was really meant for multiplayer because that's what we were playing. But no, I just don't think it makes sense to rank the games as a whole anymore. It just doesn't, you know. BO7's a great example. MW3 is a great example. Games with really mid campaigns, but they got phenomenal multiplayers. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, BO7 Charity Fizz looks great. Would you rather play MW 2018 or The Walking Dead Destinies? MW 2018. The Walking Dead Destinies is, I think, the worst thing that's ever existed.
I don't know what this thing is, but it needs power.
Stand up!
Dude, why is that radio so loud? I don't remember it being that loud.
Good. Now walk.
Why is the worst? Okay, so I talked about this a bit before. I'll talk about it again. We're talking multiplayer right now, right? So, to be fair, I wouldn't say for sure I think it's the worst. in the conversation for the worst, but saying it's in the conversation for the worst is not a good title compared to just saying it's the worst. So I would say like it's in the top 4 worst probably, right? But would I say it's the worst? I don't know. Depends. But so the problem I have with it is there's very few things that I actually like about it. Like I challenge you, I challenge everyone else before, and nobody told me a single thing. I challenge you to tell me what's so great about the multiplayer in this game. Every time it goes to nostalgia or the eeriness of it or the atmosphere, and that's it. I like those aspects. I have nostalgia for it. It's not really a positive for the game, really. It's just saying that I'm having nostalgia for it. The atmosphere is great, sure, but that's not like that important for multiplayer in my opinion. It's important, but it's not like the most important thing. Gameplay wise though, there's not anything about it. It's fine. It's not like, you know, it doesn't do anything though. Like it doesn't do anything that makes me go, oh, that's really cool. Like it's just the most like, I don't know. In my opinion, it does some really bad things though. The worst hit detection in the series. The guns don't even like work half the damn time. The servers are trash and have been trash since like 2010. They just don't work properly, and that's not shitting on the game for being old. That's shitting on the game since 2010, dude. It's been broken since 2010. The maps, I like some of them. Some of them I don't like, but whatever. The maps are fine though. I don't really think it's that bad. The created class, oh my god, there's zero balance to that created class. The perks, like, dude, perk balance is some of the worst I've ever seen. Half of the perks are useless. Actually, more than half of the perks are useless. Everyone's using the same perks. The gun balance is pretty bad too. The MP40 is ridiculously overpowered. It doesn't really work, in my opinion.
Who is your daddy?
Yeah, a lot of things I didn't like. But again, I'm open to disagreements. I think it's fun to disagree.
You will find no nutrition here.
I'm like, this is an opinion I've had for at least like, I would say at least 10 years probably. Before that though, I was more positive on World of War for sure. Again, talking about multiplayer, the campaign's great. I love the campaign. It's also like COD maybe isn't the best for hyper-competitive movement. Personally, I love the hyper-competitive movement. Those are some of my favorite games that have that, but that's just up to opinion, of course. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I get why. Some people don't want skill gaps. They prefer when it's more laid back, casual. I get it, but I don't know. For me, I like caring about how I'm doing. That's why I like the skill gaps being higher, because I care about my performance. I feel like I have control over whether or not I do good or bad in this game, right? Whereas if there's really no skill gap or a low skill gap, it's like, I just stop caring. Now, COD as a whole, even the highest skill gap COD games, sure. Even those games don't have like crazy high skill gaps compared to other games, obviously, right? COD isn't known for high skill gaps, but maybe that's the balance I like, where it's like not too high, but it's high enough, you know? Whereas some CODs go so far in the direction of having like zero skill gap that it's like, I don't even give a shit about like how I do. It's just, I'm just playing it and then just kind of sitting back, whatever. But I like caring about my performance. I like caring about how good I'm doing, you know? And I feel like that works a lot better in a game like BO3, BO4. You know, I would say even BO2 has a better skill gap than some other CODs. Even though it is, you know, it's got this, not like slow movement, but it's slower compared to some of the newer games, but it still has a better skill gap than a game like MW2, or the new MW2. And this game is just like, the hit detection makes everything kind of random, so I wouldn't really say it has much of a skill gap personally, but I don't know, it's just me. I like its simplicity. That's fair. I mean, like, again, it's all up to opinion. If you like that, that's fine. But also, would you say there's other CODs that do simplicity better, though? I think COD 4 does simplicity better, because it's kind of the same thing. That's the thing as well. World of War, maybe I would like it more if COD 4 didn't exist, but this game really did feel like a COD 4 reskin, but with World War II theme. It really did feel like that. So I think that kind of hurt it a bit. And COD 4 plays a lot better in comparison, at least in my opinion. So it's like, I don't know, just doesn't really stand out.
The emptiness of my weapon.
Controlling tanks was fun as well. See, I hate the tanks. Like, again, I could sit there and be like, okay, I had nostalgia. It was fun, like, jumping into tanks and stuff. But, like, just looking at it, I was like, 6v6, these big-ass maps, with all these tanks on it, it just makes everything play so slow and terrible, in my opinion. I'm glad that you enjoyed it though, but I couldn't like it. Shorbs, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Just got Cherry Fizz, and I'm surprised by how much I enjoyed Endgame and Warzone. I'm tempted to try campaign. Is it really that bad? People didn't like BO6's campaign, but I loved it personally. I mean, if you're just playing to like grind, I feel like the campaign is fine. I don't like it as a campaign, but if you're just playing to like get camos, yeah, you'll probably have a decent time. But I might go for Cherry Fizz as well. I'm gonna see. It depends how the challenges are. Wait. Oh, someone just got it in time. Oh my god. Expert is the T-Dog of zombies, always farming engagements. Like, what is this title? It's not even farming though, if I actually believe that, or at least close to believe it, right? Like, again, the wording you could switch up. You know, I'm actually gonna argue this. I'm gonna argue. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, I think as a society, we need to understand that YouTube titles. I'm actually gonna defend T-Dog here for a minute. I'm gonna defend him. I'm gonna defend him pretty hard. When it comes to titles, they don't mean shit. All they mean, the only purpose for a title is to be clickable. The only purpose. I'll say it. That is the only purpose. Now, I like to make them somewhat fair. I'm not going to be like, you know, completely misleading people to like a large degree, because yeah, I don't want to do that. But that is the purpose of a title. They are not meant to say your true thoughts on something, because you're not, I mean, it's a title. You can't go in depth with it, right? You have to make it quick. You have to make it short. You have to make it sound good enough that someone actually wants to click on it, right? And like, when people do this for their full-time career, they have to care about that. Bro, you got the Wonder Waff? I should have been hitting the box. If it's your full-time career, you have to do things that make it more clickable. Now again, I'm not gonna go like so far out of the way that I'm like completely misleading people, but am I gonna maybe leave out a word or two or something? Yeah. Like, I had people argue with me in the past. They're like, oh, you titled this video ranking every Call of Duty game, but you didn't include the original Call of Duty games. Why would you do that? And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna put in the title excluding the OG COD games, because that's a terrible title. Like, objectively, that's an awful title. That sounds like garbage. That's not gonna get clicks, you know? So like, that's the thing, and that's why I defend people who clickbait, because it's like, that's the whole point of a title. Clickbait is not, I don't think it's such a bad thing. That is the whole point of a title, is to get people to click on it, and that's it. The opinions are in the video. If you want to hear what they actually think, you watch the video. If you don't care, you just don't watch the video. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Wonder what first hit, let's go. Yeah, I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that. I think you're hacking. COD 4 and World at War pretty equal to me. See, I would maybe agree with you if the remaster didn't exist, but the remaster is pretty goated. BO6 campaign is a masterpiece compared to BO7. Yeah, a little bit. I kind of want to keep the pistol and pack-a-punch it. Should I do that? What do you guys think? Hated tanks. COD multiplayer needs some variety sometimes. Well, here's the thing. You give me tanks in a ground war 32v32 mode like they did in Modern Warfare 2019. That's awesome. I love that shit. Give me tanks in a 6v6 map. No, that's when it ruins it, in my opinion, because it's like there's not enough people already, and so like people in tanks just kind of ruins it. But I do like tanks in the bigger modes though, so keep doing more of that. That's fun. I'm excited to see them come back in MW4. They're going to have a ground war mode with tanks. That's cool. I like that. Not gonna lie, hearing that just makes me want to be a YouTuber against the norm. Go for it. No, I mean, look, here's the thing. Again, the whole clickbait thing, I agree that some people do take it too far, but again, that's the whole point of a title. It's to be clickable. I mean, even movie franchises do that. Like think about it, or even video games. Like, why did we get Black Ops 7, right? Whether Black Ops 7 was called Black Ops 7 or Black Ops, I don't know, Black Ops Future, whatever other title they could have done, Future Warfare, it doesn't matter. It's just the title. The game would be the exact same regardless of what the title was. The title is literally just there to say, okay, is this title something that people would buy? And then for videos, it's, is this a title something people would click? That's it. That's as far as it goes. We don't have room for creativity with the YouTube algorithm. We don't. YouTube algorithm is vicious. So what you got to do is you got to really follow what the algorithm likes and what it doesn't like. So, you know, then you have to make a title that fits that. So like the title for this video, is my true opinion that I think it's the worst Call of Duty? No. My true opinion is I think it's one of the worst Call of Duty multiplayers. That's not a good title though. That sounds like ass. So I do the title that to me sounds a bit better. Still is what I kind of think. Like, it's not far off from what I think. I'm not sitting here thinking it's the best game ever, saying it's trash. No. I still think it is pretty bad. I'm sitting here complaining about it most of the game. Or most of the stream. But is it the title 100% to what I feel? No. I'll give you another example. So I do this video. Sorry that I'm like barely playing. I'm like so focused on the conversation. But my teammates are keeping me alive. I do a video after every time a new Zombies map is revealed, like the trailer, and I call it my honest thoughts on whatever map is called. So like my honest thoughts on Totenreich, my honest thoughts on Paradox Junction. And I always get a lot of people that comment, they're like, this is misleading. You didn't play the map. Like, you're lying. Like, why are you calling it that? And it's like, you haven't played the map. How are you judging it? I think it's very obvious that the whole point of it is my honest thoughts on the marketing, my honest thoughts on the trailers. But titling it My Honest Thoughts on Totenreich's trailer, it's not a good title. Calling it My Honest Thoughts on Totenreich is much cleaner, much more concise. It's gonna get more clicks, most likely, right? So that's why I do that. It's not me trying to lie to people. I can assume people are smart enough to know that I have not played the map yet because the map is not released yet. And then I say in the first minute of the video what I'm doing in the video. I think people are okay with that. I don't feel like that's like wrong to do, you know what I mean? Agree, multiplayer needs variety, but we are in the midst of a year where people boycotted Black Ops 7 because it has a situational wall jump. Community don't want shit for variety. Yeah, that is true, unfortunately. People don't want variety. We need a World at War game similar to Battlefield 1. I wouldn't mind that. I think it wouldn't happen just because you'd be so limited in what they could do, and I don't think the developers want limitations anymore, but you know, I don't know. I think they could do that, but maybe it'd have to be like a multi-era game, like World War I and World War II, maybe, and maybe it's like a campaign that takes place in both, as a story for both, you know? Expert, please don't sing. Oh, I should have sang. The song's about to end. It's too late for that. I should have done it. Cold War or BO6 campaign, which do you prefer? I think Cold War. I think when BO6 first came out, I would have said BO6. I really actually liked it on my first attempt a lot, but I think now I would say Cold War. Cold War, it just has a terrible ending. Like I think it's one of the worst endings to a story I've ever seen in my entire life. It's a bad ending, but the rest of the campaign's pretty good. And I'm talking both endings. I know there's two different endings. They both suck. The title of the stream makes it sound like it is your least favorite. Well, it's in the conversation of my least favorite, so yeah, I mean, last time I ranked the multiplayers, I put it in the bottom spot. But that's the whole point of a title, though. It's to get people to click, and then they actually see the full opinion in the video. The opinion's not a lie. Like, I'm not lying to you. Like, again, it is one of my least favorites. But if I have to get so specific in the title, it's not a title anymore, right? It's like, you don't have room for that in a title. A title can only be a certain amount of characters. And again, the #1 point of a title is to get people to click the video, and not just to get people to click it, also to make it fit the algorithm. Because like, there is an algorithm that's really, really, really annoying. I hate the YouTube algorithm, man. It is frustrating to deal with. But you have to like make your titles that fit with it accordingly, right? You can't be doing things that just don't work for titles. So that's just the way that is. So I got a title in certain ways. It's not always going to work out in your favor, obviously, but you gotta try. I could go with, is COD World at War the worst COD? Yeah, that's usually what I do for videos. I do a lot of question mark titles for videos. But I'm trying to keep with the theme of the other video I did where I called Call of Duty 4 the best classic Modern Warfare game, which was true for in my opinion at least. When is the playing BO7 campaign with viewer stream? Did I ever agree to doing that? I must have been on drugs whenever I agreed to doing that. I thought I was never going to play that campaign again. I would love to play with viewers on something else. How about that?
Punk's feeling lucky.
What about in the future when the map is out and they find out the video is outdated? Well, you would see the date for the video. You know, you would just see that the video released before the map came out, and you would, or the first minute, the first 10 seconds of the video, I think I say what the video is. So you just, oh, this is about this came out before the map came out, so let me just click off the video. Yeah, which is fine. People have the right to do that. Again, I would agree with this being a bigger like thing. I would maybe agree with you if people have to pay for the videos, but like you click on it, it's free. Like it's not, you know. You just click on it, and then if you realize, oh, this is not exactly what I thought it was, you click off. I don't think clickbait's the end of the world. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I get why YouTubers do it. I don't think I do it that bad personally, but I get why people do it. I do. I don't think it's that crazy. There are definitely worse things YouTubers do out there. That's all I'll say. There's definitely worse things. A little clickbait. Again, if you go so far in one direction, then I understand where it's like, okay, that I can understand being a problem. But it's like, I don't know. Just because you care about making a title more clickable, I don't think makes you like some evil person. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Thank you, Comrade Cowboy.
Zombies Twitter is so annoying how they complain when a video title is negative, but they aren't fully negative in the video. I mean, yeah, exactly. So my Paradox Junction video, I think I titled it my brutally honest opinions about Paradox Junction, something like that. It really made it sound like it was, like I thought it was terrible. I was positive and negative in the video, but again, it's for the title, right? It's not, I'm not going to title the video like, I mean, I have done this before, but usually those videos don't do as well, like just calling it Paradox Junction Review or something, right? I've done that before, and yeah, that could work. It doesn't like never work. But I think being more, having more emotions in the title does get the video more clicks, 100%. And I don't think that's so bad. I don't think, again, the titles are not meant to state your true, like, full thoughts on something, because it's a title. The video is what's meant to do that, right? That's just how it is. The title brought me here, and I have been compelled to respectfully disagree. See, that's fitting for the conversation we're having right now. But yeah, no. I don't expect people to agree with me. I mean, I don't even know if I agree with myself sometimes, but you know, that's the beauty of opinions. You know, we change our opinions all the time. That's the wonderful thing about them. I remember 8-year-old me and my cousin dying making stupid jokes about putting the PPSH in the PAP. You know, I always forget the PPSH is on this map because I feel like I never use it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I just like, I want the Wonderwaff, and then I just never end up hitting the box again for the PPSH. Or it's just less common on this map. I feel like I always get it on Shinonuma though. Like Shinonuma is like the PPSH map. I don't really use it on this map as often though. Play Curse with viewers, that would be fun. I do need to get some of those damn Curse relics. I still don't have a lot of them. Imagine the title is just the description of the video. Yeah, see, that wouldn't fit though.
Why must you tease me, master?
Because the description would have to be way too long. World of War co-op stream would be way better. Maybe. Play BO7 campaign with viewers. Oy. You know, only if we play that zombie mission, because that zombie mission is actually kind of fun. As long as it isn't Lispy Jimmy clickbait. I feel like I know who you're talking about, but I kind of forget. I think I know who you're talking about. You watching any sports this week? I mean, yeah, I'll probably watch like the Knicks game and stuff. I'm not like a huge. I used to be a bigger sports guy. When I was a kid, I was obsessed, like ridiculously obsessed. I don't know why I kind of stopped watching as much. I'd keep up every now and then, but I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm not as into it as I used to be. Only way I'm into it is if I bet on the games, which that's why I like March Madness. I love because I do the bets. I do the little pools or whatever, bracket pools, and I have time of my life. But I can't really get into it unless I bet. Maybe that's a me problem, though. That's a me problem. But I do love sports. Like, they're fun. Like, I love playing them. They're fun. They're good to watch. But I like watching them more when you care about who's gonna win, and I think I need to bet on it to care. Personally, that's just my. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying I don't do it often. That's why I don't watch sports often. But when you have even just like $2 on the line, it could literally just be $2. It's more exciting that way.
Double points.
Yeah, this is one of the funniest rants I've done in a video in a stream before. I'm also tired as hell. I'm not kidding. Before the stream, I woke up from an hour-long nap that I did not intend on doing. Like, I was in the middle of editing something, and then I sat on a couch for like 3 seconds, just passed out for like an hour. And I woke up, and I was like, shit, I said I was going to stream today, so I should go stream. Here we are. Maybe I'm a little out of it still. Oh, you got rid of the Wonder Waff for me? I'm kind of saving up points so we can get the Pack-a-Punch pistol, but we kind of, we have no points somehow. I honestly don't know how. Merc Music is having trouble keeping his stream up. Why is that? Is it like the game having problems or the stream itself? If you had to make another channel, what would it be called? Food Fusion, food reviews? If it was a food channel, Food Fusion would be perfect, but I think that's taken, actually. I think I looked it up once. But it probably would be that. Even though I'm not like a big food person. I mean, I love food. Who doesn't like food? But, like, what would I even do? Like, I would rank restaurants. I'm not like a great cook. Like, I can make stuff, but like nothing great. My girlfriend can. It'd be her channel more than anything, to be honest. I don't think I'm the best one to speak about food. Oh, they watch UFC nowadays. That can be fun. Call me brain rotted, but I'd feel more motivated to grind multiplayer camos on BO7 if Stakeout was in the game. I mean, it would be a lot quicker if Stakeout was in the game. I mean, some of the face-off maps in the game are pretty small, but yeah, none of them are like Stakeout size, though. I'm actually excited to see Infinity Ward's new take on Shipment. So it's not Shipment. People kind of misunderstood it, but the game's gonna have their new version of Shipment, but it's not Shipment. It's just like, when they said like new version of Shipment, they meant like another small map, but apparently it's not Shipment. It's just gonna be really small, like basically the size of Shipment. I'm excited. I like small maps. If the game is good, small maps are fun. It's just when the game sucks, the small maps suck. Like MW19 Shipment is probably the worst experience in COD history, but it's only because that game stinks. The mechanics don't work well. But you give me a small map in MW3, dude, that shit's fun as hell. The maps you don't expect are always the best ones. Sometimes, but here's the issue, is I ate a pretty big meal like right before that. And when you eat a big meal right before sleeping, like it kind of fucks up your stomach a bit. So I woke up, I was like, oh, I was feeling all achy, you know what I mean?
Shiny.
We got the C3000 Biatch. This shit is gonna kill me. I'm definitely gonna blow myself up with it. No PhD, so. XpertFusion more like bad at Zombies Fusion. I do have the least amount of kills, so. I've been sitting up here like half the game. How are we only on round 13? I feel like we've been playing for like an hour. Am I crazy? You know what's funny though? I do prefer zombies being like this, where it takes like the early rounds are a bit slower. I don't like how modern zombies, you shoot through those early rounds. I don't like that. But the map needs stuff to do on it for that to work. Like you go to like a game like Infinite Warfare, like Zombies in Spaceland, like those early rounds can definitely be pretty slow. But that's a good thing, because then you can play the arcade games, you can ride the roller coaster, you can do all sorts of shit, right? But on a map like this, like you're just waiting for zombies to spawn in, and all you can do is just sit around. Like there's not much to do. So that's why I prefer Like BO3, Infinite Warfare, like that era of zombies is my favorite because it's like maps that aren't as fast-paced as newer maps, but there's a lot of things to do, so you can always be, you're always kept up, you know, there's always stuff to do is my point, right? Yeah, it's only been 20 minutes. I don't know why it's felt like an hour. I don't know. Oh, shit! This is why co-op zombie sucks. Too easy, and the rounds go by kind of slow. We still don't have Jug, by the way. Oh my god. We need Jug. Why'd I go mid-round? Why'd I go mid-round? Why'd I go mid-round? I Is someone gonna kill this damn thing? Oh, there we go, okay. Merc Music got hit offline. He has to stream another time. Wait, like he got kicked offline? Like someone booted him offline? Or his stream just like crashed or whatever. I don't know. That's weird. Dude, this is the longest dog round of all time. Oh my god. That was like 8 hours. Maximum ammunition! 4 players 6 times the amount of zombies in solo. Yeah, so it's... Especially when you got a guy like me who's just sitting around not doing shit. You know what, I'll help on the team more now that I got the C3000 biatch. I'm gonna watch one window.
Rest in peace,
Ow.
my little undead friend.
I would love a World of War remaster though, especially like getting these maps remastered, but like faithful, like with the same guns. Because obviously, I know we saw them in BO1 and BO3, but you had different guns in those versions. I want to see a remaster of these maps with like the same exact guns. I feel like that'd be pretty sick.
Spreading yourself thin, yeah?
My grenades will help for sure. You know, so fun fact, so I played World of War when it first came out. Well, not literally on the launch day. I played at Christmas of 2008. And I played Nocturne Tone, but I didn't get the DLC because I was 8 years old. I wasn't buying no DLC, right? So I didn't play Der Riese until I want to say like a year later or so. I think actually no, yeah, it wasn't until no, I played it at a friend's house. So I played it at a friend's house. That's what I did. I didn't have it in my house though. So, but I didn't get it on my own console until Black Ops 1 came out, and then I got the whole map pack that included the remasters. And then I went back to World of War and then also got the DLC because I wanted to play the old versions too. So yeah, did not play Der Riese at launch, but I did play Noct within a month of the launch.
Leave this
Whoa.
place!
It's crazy to me that it's faster to reach round 10k on World of War Shinonuma than it is to reach 999 in BO7. Yeah, because these games, they had like, what was it, 24 zombies per round? But that's solo though, that's not co-op. I mean, solo's crazy fast. Especially if you're doing the right strats. I'm pissed that like at least like Vanguard or Cold War, they should have done this version of the upgraded pistol, because this is different than even like the single. You see how it's like a straight line, like that is different than the single, even when you're not dual wielding it, the single version of the upgraded pistols in like BO6, BO7, because that version has a bit of a drop, right? But this is literally just a straight line. You're Gen Z? Yeah, I guess technically, yeah. I'm like born 2000, so that would be, yeah, I think that would be within that. Yeah, no, World of War 100% needs a remaster more than any other game. I know people probably want Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 more, but nah, I mean, World of War needs it. This game, like, those games don't need it. Like, BO1 and 2 can get a port, and they could make it much better when they fix the servers and stuff. Like, you could easily port those games, and they would be just fine. This game needs it, though. Like, this game needs a full remaster. It needs a lot of work. For sure. You think we'll ever see a remake of a Call of Duty game? Like, I mean, I don't think we'll ever see even a remaster again at this point. But will we ever see a remake? Because so, like, the difference between remaster and remake, like, remaster is like trying to be as close to the original as possible. Sometimes it might add some stuff, obviously, but it's meant to be like the same stuff from the original, right? But a remake is like, okay, it's different, but it's trying to keep the essence somewhat the same. I wouldn't call, some people would call MW3 like a Modern Warfare 2 remake. No, the only similarity is it has the same maps, but as MW2, it's not a remake. Like, a remake would be like, okay, let's say they did a remake of World of War. A remake would be, they bring back the maps, but they change the maps a little bit. Like, maybe there's different, like, they cut off certain points in different ways, different lanes. They add in maybe a lot of score streaks to the game. Maybe they change the system entirely so you have score streaks instead of kill streaks, but it still is like the same field, same guns, but again, maybe they change some of those guns. Maybe they add attachments. Like, that's what a World of War remake would probably look like. I feel like I'd prefer just focus on new games and then just do a remaster for this. I don't really need remakes for these games. But you know what Call of Duty should get remakes, though? The OG ones, like COD 1, COD 2, COD 3. I think they should do this one day, or 1 year, whatever. Make a game called Call of Duty Classic. That would be the name of the game. Literally just Call of Duty Classic. And the game would have remasters, or I guess remakes, of the original Call of Duty games. So all of them. COD 1, the campaigns. COD 1, COD 2, COD 3, Blood, what was it? Big Red 1. Like, all those, the spin-offs too, like all those, all the campaigns that came out before COD 4 remastered in this game, all in one collection, because the campaigns aren't like crazy long. They would work, right, in one experience. And then the multiplayer for that game would be the best maps from those games kind of combined into one experience. But the multiplayer would have like kill streaks. It would have new stuff. It wouldn't be like, let's be honest, no, I don't think anybody gives a shit about those multiplayers anymore. They're really outdated. You would need new systems and stuff, so it would be more of a remake. It wouldn't be like a remaster of those games. You would add kill streaks, you would add you know, create a class system and stuff. Like, you would have stuff like that, but you would get like some of the maps returning and stuff. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be, honestly, if they do another World War II COD, I want them to do that. Just call it Call of Duty Classic, remaster those OG games, so I can finally play them in a way that doesn't feel awful, you know? Or just give us a World of War port. Yeah, but the World of War port would only fix the server issues. It wouldn't fix, like, I don't think it would fix hit detection. So, I mean, maybe it would, but I don't know. I think this game still has a lot of issues beyond that, but that's why I would prefer the remaster, but I mean, I don't know. Remake and reimagining, I think those are the kind of the same thing, to be honest. I mean, nah, people would use the terminology different, but I don't think reimagining is used as officially as remake is used, you know? Worst COD? Do you mean one of the best CODs of all time? Yeah, you're right. I put the wrong word in the title. Sorry. I'm kidding. Would you consider Blood a remake of Mob? No, I wouldn't. I think Blood is a new map. It just happens to use the same location. I don't. It's like nothing like Mob of the Dead when it comes to like the gameplay. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, someone's bouncing Betty's just saved my life. Thank you. I don't think any of the Ether maps, I call them Ether remakes just to make it easier for myself, but they're not really remakes. I mean, they're like, Classified maybe is the closest to being a remake of 5, I guess, but I don't know. To me, Blood of the Dead is more of like a sequel to Mob of the Dead, if anything, you know? Alpha Omega is definitely nothing like Nuketown. It's literally like that's a whole ass new map. But I could call Classified a remake. That feels more remake-like. Isn't Remaster just the old game with improved resolution and available on newer systems? Yeah, a little more though, I would say. Like, they sometimes will add a little bit more, but it's the same game, yeah. Like, they don't change too much. They might change a little though, nothing crazy. I would argue the Zombies Chronicles maps, even though technically those are probably classified as remasters, I think those could be called remakes, to be honest. Because the Zombies Chronicles maps, they're not that similar to the originals, to be honest. You don't even use the same guns. They removed Widow's Wine, or not Widow's Wine, they removed PhD Flopper.
Beautiful chaos!
So I feel like Zombies Chronicles is more remake than remaster. There's already a COD named COD Classic. Is there actually? Is that like a port or something for one of the old games that happened to be called that? I don't know. They've reused titles before, so they could just do it again. Yeah, it was a port of COD 1 to 360. Okay. Is that still available? Because last time I checked, I couldn't even find it on. Oh, maybe it's not back. Oh, it's not backwards compatible. That's why. I tried checking on the Series X. I couldn't find it yet. That's why. But yeah, I guess it's on 360. They made COD 2 and COD 3 backwards compatible, though. I don't know. I would still call MWR a remaster because it is the same game. The only additions, they only added stuff. So like they have new game modes, new progression systems, cosmetics, new guns. You could say the guns do change up the game a bit, but to me it's kind of like if they just added DLC to an older game, like randomly. They were just like, yeah, let's just add DLC to this old game. I don't know. Hope Sledgehammer's next game is something very unique like Cops and Robbers. See, so the rumor right now is that it's going to be modern era. If it is modern era, I hope it is something unique like what you're saying, like Cops and Robbers. If they do a modern game and it's the same aesthetic as Modern Warfare games, I'm going to be so upset, dude. I don't want to see the same aesthetic 2 years in a row again. Even if it's not, like, that's the thing. People are all like, oh, I don't want 2 Black Ops games in a row or 2 Modern Warfare games in a row. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they should do that just for other reasons, but Black Ops 6 and 7, at least aesthetically, they're very different. So I can at least kind of like, okay, that's nice that they aesthetically are different, right? MW2 and 3 were the very similar aesthetics, so that's why, to me, that didn't work as much as BO6 and 7 did. Damn, I'm getting sliced. But if they do, even if it's not MW5, if Sledgehammer does any game they want, it could be titled anything. If it has the same aesthetic, it might as well be called MW5. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, it's basically, where's the last zombie? I don't know. Yeah, now we can just explore the map. Yeah, no, Ascension and Shangri-La are a lot less fun without PhD. That's my least favorite Chronicles maps because of that, I think. Which doesn't hit.
Is that you?
Remakes are built from the ground up. I feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I guess they sit in kind of like a middle ground, maybe. Hopefully Sledgehammer knows we want MW5 in 2027. For sure. Remember that rumor that the game's gonna have Kung Fu or something? I think that rumor is probably like not entirely true, to be honest. I'm sure you guys saw that. It was a leak from like last year saying that the game is gonna have some sort of like karate. I don't think the game is gonna be a karate game. I just don't think that. I wouldn't be against that. I'm not saying I'd be against it. I think what is likely is there is a mission where maybe you use karate for whatever reason. Maybe there's like a takedown that goes like this or something. And then that's why someone saw that and then they were like, oh, the game is about karate and kung fu. But I think it was just like, it's probably just one little thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. I doubt the whole game's about that though. I hope that rumor wasn't true because that rumor included saying the game is not going to have zombies. I hope that's not true. I don't know. what would the Giant be classified as, remake or remaster? So I would say the Giant can't be a remaster because the story isn't the same, right? Like that definitely sits in the category of either remake or like even a new map. I would say remake, but because that map, yeah, it's the same location, it's the same that, but like the characters are even different, right? I mean, it's the premise instead of Ultimus, and you also have a different storyline going on that map, different quotes. Like it is a different map, so I would call that a remake. That's why I do rank the Giant separately on a ranking than Deriz, whereas I don't rank like each version of like Nocturne and Toen separately. No, this is all one version to me, you know?
You are not worthy.
Go Pack-a-Punch? I probably should. I'm gonna hit the box once though. I don't really want to Pack-a-Punch the Tommy gun. It's a boring gun to Pack-a-Punch. BO6 and 7 are aesthetically different, but gameplay is near identical. I would say for zombies it's pretty close, but I think multiplayer is different enough. I played back BO6 recently just to like go back to it, and I think it's different enough. It's not like
You might feel a
there is a
little prick.
feeling that's similar. You could definitely make that argument, but I wouldn't say it's near identical personally. They're giving me the worst fucking guns, dude. Are we about to Pack-a-Punch the 357 Magnum? I think we are.
They deserve their fate.
All right. Has everybody got a monkey they can toss? All right, you're protecting me. You got me. This is the worst gun I could possibly Pack-a-Punch right now.
Indeed, pack a punch.
Why would I Pack-a-Punch this? We're doing a pistol only challenge today. That's what we're doing. At this point, Sledgehammer can do whatever. I'm in. They got trust with the community. Yeah, their multiplayer is probably going to be fire. I don't doubt that they'll make a fire multiplayer. I'm just worried they're not going to do zombies. I'm worried. I'm really worried. And nobody's going to convince me, oh, they don't want to make it. Dude, Sledgehammer, if you played MW3, Sledgehammer, like, it's almost like they had some sort of, like, obsession with zombies in that game. To the point where multiplayer in MW3 had more zombies stuff than the freaking zombies mode itself had. They had multiplayer maps that had all sorts of zombies themes to it. They had all sorts of zombies modes like Horde Point. They had all sorts of crazy zombie skins. Dude, like, Sledgehammer was, like, obsessed with zombie stuff with that multiplayer. There's no way they don't want to make a zombies mode. I would be shocked if they did. And Sledgehammer did work on zombies a little bit that year. I think when Schwerk left, when they went to go work on BO6, Sledgehammer kind of took over. So I think Sledgehammer did a little bit of Modern Warfare zombies towards the end of the life cycle. So I would love to see them do their own take. Not open world, not an MWZ 2.0. No, I want to see them do their own shit, their own storyline, not connected to Dark Ether, nothing even close to Dark Ether. Their own thing entirely, whatever the hell they want. I don't care if it's wild, crazy, round-based, whatever. Just do something crazy and interesting with it. New story, new characters, new wonder weapons, new aesthetics, new settings. Go for it. That'd be awesome. This thing's actually terrible. Yeah, we do need non-Treyarch again. I don't think people realize, like, I might make a video on this, even though I've done it 1,000 times. I kind of want to make another one. But I feel like people, and again, I'm not saying you have to agree with me. It's totally fine if you disagree with me. Like, that's totally fine. But I do think people don't really realize, like, the benefits of non-Treyarch zombies existing. Not saying we need it every single year, but just at least, like, even just Sledgehammer making a zombies mode, like, the benefits that will bring to the series as a whole, assuming they make a unique zombies mode that's very different. Who just teleported me? Assuming they make a very unique zombies mode, which could be round-based and unique. It could still be unique while still being round-based. It would do so much for the franchise. So much. like, it's insane. I could go on and on about why it would be really good for the series, but I'm sure you guys have heard me rant about it by now, but I could talk about it if you guys want me to. But what if I don't want to disagree with you? Are you trying to kill me? Oh my god. You want an AW Zombies prequel? I wouldn't even be mad about that, to be honest. Not what I would choose, but I wouldn't even be mad about it. I would rather that than doing another Dark Ether thing. World of War Zombies is still better than anything since Cold War. I can't agree with that, but I can respect it. Even though I think the gameplay, like, in the systems are better, like, the systems are better here than most of what we got nowadays. Even though there's nothing to the systems in this game. That's why I like it, though. It's nothing to it. But the maps, I mean, there's nothing to do on these maps. I've played these to death. At least in the newer games, I have, like, boss fights, Easter eggs, and stuff. So I don't know. I have a hard time ranking this game too high, even if I have nostalgia for it, you know. We gotta revive this man. Imagine they make a whole zombies themed game. Dude, I want that so bad. I think Treyarch should make that though, but yeah, I would love that. I want Sledgehammer to make a round-based mode, but instead of standard zombies, it's undead dinosaurs. I would be okay with that, but I'll tell you this, even though I would be fine with that, I would rather they just did that as a map and then just did other things on their other maps. You know, because like that's the thing with zombies is like, zombies is the perfect starting enemy, but then you can just throw in any other enemies on top of it. I mean, think about it. We've seen dragons in zombies. We've seen werewolves. We've seen vampires. Like, we've seen everything. So they could do that, but I prefer that's just like a single map. Like, have a map with dinosaurs, right? Zombie dinosaurs. But then have another map that has other stuff, you know? So, I don't know. I feel like you could do that as a... Like, it doesn't have to be the full game, necessarily, but... I would be fine with that being the full game too, to be honest. Would you kill me if I was a part of the flesh? Stuhlinger is worried the Victus crew will kill him, but he didn't do anything that bad. You know what? No, I wouldn't. I would embrace it. Do you have IW on PlayStation or Xbox? I have it on Xbox. I only have... Oh, actually... I actually do have Infinite Warfare on PlayStation, but I don't even know if I, like... I haven't loaded that up in like 10 years. The only reason I bought some of those games on PlayStation is because back during that like BO3 to BO4 era, PlayStation got the DLC early, remember that? So I unfortunately had to also get all the games on PlayStation. Expert at work at Activision, and I want to reveal MW4 zombies at your house like Jason did with JC. Send me your full address and when you won't be home. You know what's funny? Even though I was like certain the game was not going to have zombies, I did keep feeling this little itch where I was like, you know, maybe this trailer, when like they did the campaign trailer, I was like, maybe they're going to reveal that there is zombies in it at the end. You know, I'm so like delusional that even now I think it's still possible that they add zombies. Even now. Because dude, Advanced Warfare. Remember Advanced Warfare? They confirmed no zombies in Advanced Warfare. And the game comes out and they give us a tease for zombies, and then they drop the new zombies map with season 1 or with DLC 1. So you never know, dude. You never know. Season 2 of MW4, they could say, you know what? Here's zombies mode. But here's my argument. Another big argument I have in support of Modern Warfare 4 zombies existing. We all know they're going to do a zombies event at the end of the year in DMZ. They're going to do it, right? They did it for MW2 and it was pretty cool. So my opinion on that is, instead of doing that, take your development that you put towards that and just make a zombies mode. I don't care if it's a small zombies mode. I don't care. All right. You finally got me. You finally got me. You finally got me. You just wanted to kill me. That's all you wanted to do. Oh man. All right, I am gonna end the stream soon, but I'll read a couple of comments before I go. That was a fun stream. Kind of a crazy stream, but yeah, I had fun. I want to read some more comments because this is my favorite conversation, is talking about non-Treyarch zombies. It's like the thing I care about more than anything at this point. maybe they might not do zombies, but a different type of creature. So I wouldn't be against that. I just don't think they're going to do that because, I mean, even zombies is getting like a bad rep nowadays where like they do anything somewhat crazy with it. People are like, oh my God, what happened to zombies? So I can't see them doing like a different creature, you know, but I wouldn't be against it. I would prefer zombies, but you know, either way, it's fun. Hear me out, a zombies mode that takes place in different zombie shows instead of IW movies. Oh, hell yeah. You know what's funny about that though? If they did an Infinite Warfare Zombies sequel, I feel like it would give them a perfect opportunity to actually use collabs in more interesting ways. Because like, I'm sure a lot of you agree, like, I think collabs work best when they actually like are integrated with the game. I don't like collabs when they're just skins and that's it. I like when there's a purpose to them. They actually are integrated with the game in some way. Like David Hasselhoff and the whole Knight Rider thing in Zombies in Spaceland. Like that was a direct collab, right? But if they did Infinite Warfare 2, like it doesn't mean Infinite War 2, you know what I mean? Just like a sequel to that Zombies mode or something similar to that Zombies mode where it's about movies, about TV shows, whatever. They would have a much better reason to do collabs. Like imagine a sci-fi map that has the Terminator on it. Instead of Terminator just being a skin in the shop, the Terminator would now be an actual, like, you know, like the spider bait on Zetsubo where you get to play as a Terminator through a side quest, and that's a part of the zombies map. And it's a whole sci-fi map themed around that. Or maybe it's like a parody of the Terminator. It doesn't have to be actually him. It gives you a lot of room for some cool shit like that. I think that would be fun. And dude, a Walking Dead collab, you could do a Walking Dead map. Oh, I would eat that shit up. We haven't seen Treyarch aliens and zombies. IW doesn't count. We haven't seen Treyarch aliens and zombies. I mean, technically we have, because doesn't I would say the Margwas and Parasites, do those not count as aliens? They're like mythical creatures. I feel like those count as aliens. They're not like the typical, like, what you would think of when you think of aliens, but I feel like they count, right? The fact High Moon, who developed the 2 best Transformers games, made Tone Reich makes me want them to do their own zombies mode. I would be fine with that. Like, it doesn't even have to be Sledgehammer. Like, if High Moon does it, fucking Beanox, Infinity Ward, I don't care. Another studio, I want to see their take on it. And it's not that I think Treyarch stinks. I love Treyarch. But, like, I don't want to see one vision of zombies forever. I want to see what other studios can do. And you could say, oh, Treyarch will do something different next game. Are they? Are we not sure they're just going to do... I'm sure it'll be good, don't get me wrong, but are they... What if they bring back some modern systems that we don't like? Then we're just sitting there like, okay, all right. And then the next game is going to be 2031 from Treyarch. Do we really want only their vision forever? It's like if, you know, the DCU. Imagine James Gunn was the only person to ever direct a DCU movie. I love James Gunn. He makes great movies. But that would be awful. I don't want to see him only making movies for that series. That would kind of stink, you know? Even though he's great, it's like, dude, he has a vision. He has a direct, like, there's a way he makes his movies. And it's like, I don't think I want to see that for every single movie that is in that series. I feel the same way about zombies. I want to see what another studio could do, because that is, to me, is like, even Exo Zombies, which I didn't like Exo Zombies, I still loved that we saw Raven Software's take on zombies in that mode. I thought that was cool. And then obviously Infinite Warfare World War 2 I actually really like, so it's like, you know, that's what I want to see. I don't know when the ports are coming. I got no clue. Modern Zombies wouldn't need as much content if it was as hard as World of War. It makes just surviving super fun. That is true. That is why being hard is good. That's what she said. It's a shame that World of War is not being ported as well. It would have been perfect to do the trilogy. Yeah, I do wish they did that as well. What's some big fantasy or mythological things we haven't seen in zombies? A 3-headed dragon. Let me think. I'm gonna pull up my my document of zombies ideas. I'm not gonna show you guys though. Someone's gonna steal them. Someone at Treyarch is watching the video. They're gonna steal it and make it. No, I'm kidding. I'm pulling it up though. So I know I had ideas. I had a map that was like fantasy themed. And I had a lot of different bosses and a lot of different like things. Well, actually, there was one thing I had. So, have they done snakes? Snakes aren't mythological, but like, I'm trying to think. Have they done snakes? No, they haven't, right? Because you could do like a big snake, like a serpent type thing. I think that would be cool. I would fuck with a snake. Something that's like slithering, you know? I don't know, that'd be cool. You could do like a mermaid type thing. Like if you have a map, like I think Terminus would have fit with that. Imagine like in the water, like zombie mermaids. That would be cool. That would be really fucking cool. There's a lot of like stuff from like Egyptian culture that would be really fitting. There's a lot you can do, to be honest. There is a lot. I mean, there's also ideas that you can just come up with on your own. Like you have unique concepts. Obviously, you don't have to just take stuff from existing mythologies and stuff and fantasy, but there's so many things. Didn't Hope say you shouldn't be gluttonous? Oh yeah, because I was saying that Modern Warfare 4 should have zombies. Or I was saying something like that. Yeah. He did say that. I'm a little gluttonous, but you know, it's okay. Really hope BO8 Zombies is an apocalypse story like BO2. Maybe the Dark Ether combines with the Earth. I hope they do a whole new story or Chaos story, but if they do Dark Ether and they're still doing that, I agree with you. It should be some crazy shit like that. Dark Ether combining with the Earth would be pretty cool. I was starting to think they did Infinity Ward. I'm starting to think Infinity Ward did not do zombies because they know BO7 Zombies is having a year 2. Maybe adding BO6 maps. That's possible. It's entirely possible. I think we need at least 1 year without zombies every once in a while. I don't think we need it, but I'm okay with it, right? Like, I don't think I need that. And the reason I say that is because whether we have zombies every year or not, if I felt like I was overwhelmed by it, I would just take a break, you know? Because you could do that. But at the same time, like, what is the alternative? Spec Ops, you know? Like DMZ, again, I think DMZ is cool. I'm excited for it, but it's not a co-op PvE mode. It's an extraction PvP thing with a little bit of PvE in there. I don't know. To me, that's not a zombies replacement. They're gonna do Spec Ops instead. And I sit there and I go, just do zombies then. Like, do your DMZ, then do zombies. It could be a small zombies mode. I don't care. It could be the smallest thing ever. It's better than nothing. Again, they're gonna do a zombies event at the end of the year. Put the development towards that zombies mode and just make something that's actually permanent instead of just an event at the end of the year or something. You know what I mean? Is the title your genuine opinion? Close to it. Maybe not exact, but it's definitely one of my least favorites for sure. Multiplayer wise. I don't think the full game is like great either, but the multiplayer is definitely one of my least favorites. It hurts my soul when anyone says they would have preferred Extinction 2 over IW Zombies. Yeah, IW Zombies is just too good. Extinction 2, the concept I saw for it looked pretty cool, but yeah, I mean, IW Zombies is just too goated, like, you know. I think that COD has a DNA, and it should stick to that DNA, but it should do really unique things within that DNA. The DNA for it is linear campaign, 6v6 multiplayer, and round-based zombies. I think they should do as many unique, crazy things they can do with that DNA. When you start going so far outside of DNA, like open world campaigns, which I don't mind, like some open world stuff, try that every now and then, sure, but I feel like don't go too far with it. Never stop 6v6 multiplayer. I mean, you could do new modes, obviously, 2v2 gunfight, that's fine. You know, ground war, that's fine, but 6v6 should always be there as the default, right? But again, outside of that, I don't care if it's freaking medieval game or whatever. Like, do whatever you want. They should go crazy with it. What Call of Duty is should be very open. But yeah, like when you start to go a certain length, like Extinction to me kind of felt like that, where it was like, I like Extinction, but I mean, there's other games that I can get my fix from for that specific genre. Whereas Zombies is a very specific thing to Call of Duty that I feel like is part of its DNA now, 100%. So I think they should do more with it, you know? Would be happy with Zombies being survival maps on MW4. and you play on multiplayer maps, I honestly, like, again, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Like, I wouldn't be like thrilled, obviously. It would probably turn out being one of the weaker zombies modes. That's better than nothing, though. You know, like, that's something to have fun with, especially if they did like new mechanics. Now, if they just did the modern mechanics and they copy and pasted rarity system salvage, then I would have no interest in it, and I would be like, this is trash. But if they actually did like their own thing, if they tried to emulate classic zombies in Modern Warfare 4, I think that would be a really cool thing, and I think it would help the zombie series. It wouldn't hurt it. It wouldn't hurt it at all. Are you going for Cherry Fizz? I might. I kind of talked about this before. I might. Not sure yet. Depends how long it takes. Some people have said it takes like 6 to 10 hours, so, you know, I'll try a little bit, see how far I get. Round-based Extinction would be pretty cool. Or on the flip side, a zombies mode that's more similar to Extinction, where it's like, you know, you go through different areas and you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I feel like Extinction is more linear, obviously, but some of the maps were less linear. But I don't know, I think that concept could work for zombies too. It just depends. If they can have Michael Myers and Predator in COD forever, why not LTMs? I guess because those are maps. I don't know. They don't want to have too many modes in their game for whatever. I mean, I get why. It's for multiplayer, it makes sense. Zombies, it makes no sense. Those should be permanent. Would you rather have a Walking Dead zombies map or is The Walking Dead Season 12? Well, we might get The Walking Dead Season 12. It's just going to be a mini series instead of an actual Season 12. Depends how good that Season 12 was. Depends how good. And I can get The Walking Dead zombies in BO3 custom zombies anyways, so I don't need I prefer the Season 12, I think, assuming it was good. Yeah, like I said, High Moon making zombies, that'd be fine with me. Any studio that's different than Treyarch. Treyarch should do a Korean War game. Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like when you focus so in on like one war, I think you do get a little limited. Obviously, like World War 1 and 2 are like, those are world wars, so there's more variety there, whereas if it's just like Korean War, it's a little more limited. I felt the same way about Vietnam War. Like, everyone always said they wanted a Vietnam War COD. I think it fits better as like, okay, you have Cold War and Black Ops 1. They have more things outside of Vietnam, but that is part of it. It's kind of feel the same way about the Korean War, where it's like, I would love that as an element of a COD, but I don't think it should be the full game necessarily, you know? But part of it for sure. I think that would work as like a World at War sequel or something. Dude, I might take a leap in the pool. Three-headed dragon, King Ghidorah. Dude, that would be so sick. No, I'm not showing that document. It's not prepared for that type of stuff. Didn't you have an idea with a wand and spells for a map? Yeah. To this day, it's my favorite idea I've ever come up with, and I think it would be the greatest thing a zombies map. Like, the map would immediately be an S tier map if it did it. Just to kind of like quickly describe what I mean, I had this idea for a wonder weapon system where it was like, instead of the usual, like, oh, you get 4 elemental wonder weapons, right? The idea I had was you have a wand, right? An elemental, it's an enchanted wand. That's the name I gave for it, whatever. It's like a wizard wand, you know, like from Harry Potter. But instead of it being like you get a wand and you get to choose between 4, like they usually do for wonder weapons, what would instead be a cooler system is you get 1 wand and you have to unlock 3 spells. And there's 30 spells in total, and you only get 3 spells at a time. And there's like 3 different categories. So there's attack spells, defense spells, and I have like specialty spells or whatever. So like the attack ones were the right trigger, defense was left trigger, and then specialty is like basically a specialist thing, like a field upgrade. And the way it worked is that like you unlock the spells from doing different challenges on the map. Like, it's all in-game stuff. Like, when you die, you restart, right? But the idea is that you only unlock the spells you really want to use for that game. You're not going to play and say, oh, I need to get all 30 spells. No, like, you could get all 30 spells. It would give you a really cool upgrade. Like, you get a cool thing. But you do not need to get all 30 spells in the same game. Instead, you would just go for the 3 that you think are their favorite or the ones you want to go for that game, whatever. Some would be needed for the Easter eggs, some wouldn't, whatever. I think that would be the coolest wonder weapon ever. And like, some would be really easy to unlock, like literally just get 50 kills with your wand, boom, you got the spell. Others would be a whole side quest you got to do to get a spell, and then it would take a while to get, but it'd be worth it because it'd be a really good spell that would make your wand better, more effective, whatever. It would give you some unique things. And I had different ideas. Like one of the spells was like the baby maker from Shangri-La. Like it would literally just turn the zombies to babies and you just kick them, like, you know, that same thing. Another one was like a wind tornado type thing. Another one was like a you know, like the one from Harry Potter where you get to like lift things. It's like that, but you get to lift zombies and then throw them into other zombies, like a pinball, like you know what I mean, like a, what do you call it, like a bowling ball into pins. You just, like, you know what I mean. I had one that was like levitates you, kind of like the paralyzer, like a bunch of different spells that do different things. I thought it sounded cool as fuck. I was like, if they ever did that, man, that map would be incredible. If they ever do like another castle map, like dark fantasy type map, dude, that, do fucking wands like that, man. I don't even care, Trek, if you're listening, use the idea. I don't care. I didn't patent it, so you that would be so good. Oh, it would be so good. Mermaids would be cool. Zombie capybara. There is a lot of animals out there that they could do zombified versions of them. For sure, zombified humans. The world serpent for a final boss fight would be cool. I thought there was going to be a serpent on Totenreich because the logo has a serpent on it, but it was not on the map. But yeah, there's a lot of animals that they can do zombies of for sure. I kind of wish Terminus had zombie sharks. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that, man. I know the development time, whatever, but imagine there were zombie sharks in the water. So, like, maybe you only sometimes... I know there's also the big-ass Kraken, but imagine it's like the Kraken only sometimes attacks you, and then freaking zombie sharks will eat your butt if you're in there. Oh, that'd be so good. That'd be so good. 2 years no zombies will be really bad for the community. Oh, 100%, yeah. 1 year we'll survive. 2 years... We've never gone that long. People don't realize that. People do not realize we've never gone 2 years without zombies content since it released in 2008. So... it'd be a bit much. Not really. There would be even more hype for COD 2028. Keep this in mind. So, iKarma, I don't disagree that there would be more hype. Probably. To me, that's artificial hype, though. It's like, you know, I don't think they should create more hype by giving us less content. I don't like that, personally. But, you're not wrong. Would there be more hype? Yeah. But is that always a good thing? I don't know, because here's the problem. A lot more pressure on that game, and so if the game isn't perfect, I think we're going to be more critical of it, including myself. If that game is not literally like the best zombies ever, I am going to criticize the shit out of it. It's gonna happen. No zombies for 2 straight years, no unique takes at all, and we get a zombies mode. If it's not literally almost perfect, we're gonna be disappointed. And so I think that could create a problem in of itself that maybe Treyarch can't even uphold. I love them, they're a great studio, but like, what if they decide we're gonna keep salvage, we're gonna keep rarities? I hope they don't, but what if they do? I would probably stop playing zombies. I don't think I'm gonna quit, but that might convince me to quit if they do something like that. We go 2 years no zombies and we get it and it's just modern mechanics again, I would be like, oh my god. So, you know, you kind of avoid that problem if like Sledgehammer makes a zombies mode and they do something different. Now, of course, there's definitely the argument, what if Sledgehammer made a zombies and it was the same? Salvage, rarities, all that. Okay, well then we have a problem, but I'm going with the assumption they would do something unique. Then they give Treyarch the freedom to kind of do whatever, and there's less pressure on them, because even if the game ends up not being exactly what we want, if Sledgehammer's game is really good, then at least it's not the end of the world, right? We had that before. So that's the way I see it. I think we're more likely to get unique experience as well. I think Treyarch is more likely to do like different systems if Sledgehammer makes zombies mode, I think, personally. And I think we'd be hyped regardless. I mean, look at Black Ops 4. The hype for Black Ops 4 was the most hype I've seen for a Call of Duty game ever. And we had like 4 straight years of zombies after, like 5 straight years of zombies actually leading up to that. So like, I don't know. I think it would probably still be a lot of hype. It depends, of course. Depends. I think Black Ops 8 will be great. I do, but I'm just, you know, I think it would be a lot better. We'd be in a better situation, and I think there'd be less pressure on them if that's the case. which could be good. It could give them a little room to experiment a bit, you know? I also think, like, not even talking about mechanics, but just, like, tonally, they're probably going to do the same, like, Dark Ether tone and aesthetic. They're not going to go away from that, I don't think. But if Sledgehammer makes something, then they could do something very different. Like, Sledgehammer could do, like, a horror mode, you know? Like, I would love that. Or maybe something goofy, like an Infinite Warfare type thing. I don't know. I think that'd be cool. Extinction was the first extraction mode COD did, kinda. They could do so much zombies, but lower budgets and resources and make it where they can only do so much. I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, again, if they were to bring back zombies and it were to be like, again, like a spin-off thing, and it was simpler and there's like no major Easter eggs, it could work as long as the mechanics are good, you know? I think people will be okay with that. A custom map did this, not the highest quality where you had elemental spells. Never played it. Which map was it? I would love a job from Treyarch. I would love I would love it. Maps like Cheese Cube would be much better than all these trash modes. Dude, I am surprised, and I feel like Treyarch doesn't understand like how great that would be if they did like official versions of like iconic things like Cheese Cube. An official Cheese Cube mode, that would literally be like the coolest. Like, you know, I don't hate Rogue Run. I think Rogue Run's fun. It's fine. It's whatever. But if they did an official version of Cheese Cube instead for Season 4's launch, I would eat that shit up. And yeah, I would get a lot out of that personally. Like, I think that'd be really, really fun. Just like a fun little challenge map, not made to, you're not taking it seriously at all. It's just it's Cheese Cube. But like Treyarch's official stamp on their version of Cheese Cube. Oh my god, dude. I would love that. And if you beat it, you get a cheese camo or something. Kevin Drew did say this next map has a wonder weapon we've never seen before. He did, yeah. It's probably gonna, I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's not, I don't think it's gonna be a wand though. But it'll be something cool for sure. I just hope it has a lot to it. I need wonder weapons with more depth to them, you know? That's why I like my idea of the wand thing. It's like, that has depth. Like, dude, 3 different spells, 30 options. Like, you'd infinite replayability out of that. But if it's just a wonder weapon with like 2 attacks, it gets kind of boring after a little bit, you know, at least in my opinion. Yeah, Rogue Run is a little too easy. I agree. Definitely. And sometimes the rounds just kind of take a while, but it's not really hard. Top 3 biggest concepts they haven't done yet. I think a medieval dome. A medieval dome? Oh, medieval done right. Oh, that's a medieval dome. Yeah, I mean, they've done medieval, but yeah, I guess they never really went far with it, for sure. 9, I think, was a good version of medieval, personally, but I would like to see it again, 100%. Superheroes. Dude, superhero zombies map would be so fucking cool. I don't think they would do it, but I would actually really eat that up. That is one of my ideas that I had, by the way. I have already... I've been there, done that with the superhero thing. Very gritty, though. I want that, too. What do you think the super Easter egg will be? I think it'll be a boss rush mode. And then probably a super Easter egg boss, yeah. The rewards, I don't know. The rewards are hard to say. Probably just gobblegums or something, like a camo or something. Gears of War E-Day does look pretty cool. We're only going 1 year without zombies. We have zombies in 2026. We'll have more in 2028. 2027 the only year without it. All right, but respectfully, you gotta you gotta look at it like this though. When does the last map come out in 2026, and when would the first map come out in 2028? There would be a 2-year gap there. You're not wrong. It's 1 year. When you're talking years as a whole, but in total it's 2. I sound like a crazy person, but you know what I mean. Like, so yeah. What? So, the last map comes out. What, like September 2026? Whatever, I don't know. The first map for 2028 would be November, so it would be, that's actually 2 years and 1 month of a gap. No zombies. Assuming we don't get zombies in 2027's COD, which I think, honestly, I'm worried we won't. I'm worried. Dude, you got people, I saw people saying they should do a get high mode as the third mode. to each their own, but third modes are supposed to be co-op PvE, bro. Co-op PvE. What is co-op PvE about? Get High. Get High should be just a fun little thing they add in Season 3 like they usually do. I think the free run thing in BO7 was fun as hell. In what world would I want that to be the whole third mode? I saw people seriously saying that too. They were like, oh yeah, that should be the third mode. What do you mean? I feel like people just like actively just hate zombies, that they would rather Get High. I don't get it. Because it's, again, you could do that alongside zombies. BO7 did it. We don't need 15 free run maps. I think we would get sick of that. I think the free run map they added in BO7 is great. Maybe I'd like one more, but that's it. We don't need more than that. It will put pressure on the devs to make a really good game. I mean, I could see that perspective for sure, but like, I feel like they're, I don't know. I feel like the pressure, here's the thing. What you're saying, our Karma, good game is very subjective. I think what is more likely is it's going to be a safe game, because they want it to be a good game for as many people as possible, which is going to result in being very safe. And it being very safe is probably going to make it so a lot of the systems in BO7 I don't think are going to leave. Because if it has to be safe, are they going to gut rarities, loadouts, salvage systems, all these things that Modern Zombies has? Modern Zombies is pretty popular. It is. As much as I don't love a lot of it, it is pretty popular. Are they going to gut those systems if they want to play it safe? No. They might keep them. They might change them. I don't think they're going to keep them the same. I don't think those systems are going to go bye-bye, where I would love them to just get rid of a lot of those systems. So I see what you're saying, but I think regardless of how good they make the game, like, they're going to play it safe. And I think that's the problem if we don't get zombies for 2 years straight, right? There's more room for experimentation with other visions from other direct, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it, at least. I could be wrong. I could definitely be proven wrong, but I don't want to even find out if I'm going to be proven wrong or not, because I just want to see Sledgehammer make their own zombies. So, oh, it's thundering outside. Damn. I don't know, man, about next Treyarch COD specifically in zombies. I'm not necessarily asking for fully classic gameplay. Of course, it will be better, but at least I want a new experience in gameplay. Yeah, I hope it's very different. That's what I'm saying, though. I think it's more likely to be very different if they do something. You know what I mean? If Sledgehammer does something. Cold War 3 BO7 made it obvious zombies has a budget issue other than time. They were able to do all that, but watch BO8 only have 6 maps. Well, zombies probably does have a budget issue. That's, well, time is budget though. Like, time and budget go hand in hand, because like, time is money. Damn! If my power goes out, I'm gonna end the stream in a few minutes anyways, but you guys know why. It's lightning pretty bad out there. Storming pretty bad. What was I saying? So yeah, time is money. So like, the more time they put into something, it's likely gonna cost more, you know what I mean? New parkour map was a perfect chance for a Wipeout-esque zombies challenge map. That would be so fun. I do want a really dark zombies mode though. I do. Like, I like that's the thing. That's the thing about zombies, is that's why I want the takes from the other studios. I want to see the extremes explored, right? Because like right now, Treyarch is just doing the middle. Like, to me, the Dark Ether is the middle. It's in between the extreme of dark and gritty and goofy and silly. Those are the two extremes, right? World War II was probably, I wouldn't say it's far to the extreme of gritty and dark, but it was closer to that. And then the other side is Infinite Warfare zombies, really goofy and silly. Treyarch stays in the middle for the most part, right? They don't like to go too far in one direction. They do some scary stuff, but it's not like that scary. It's, you know, and then they don't go far in the other direction. They're not like crazy silly. There's dancing zombies on Liberty Falls, but that's about it. Like, they don't go too crazy with it. It's kind of in the middle. There's crazy stuff, yes, but it's not like silly crazy. They like to keep it somewhat serious. It's balanced. I want to see the extremes though. I want to see, and we're not going to see that from Treyarch. So I want to see Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer do those extremes. I want to see a zombies map on a yacht, where I said this the other day in the stream, I'm sure if you guys were there, you heard me, where zombies are doing ridiculous things like, I'm not even kidding, twerking. I want to see zombies twerk on a zombies map. I'm not even kidding. I'm somewhat kidding, half serious. I want to see just crazy shit like that, silly, goofy stuff. Like, it's the most ridiculous. Like, I'm talking like I don't know, like Infinite Warfare did it pretty well, you know what I mean? But like that type of weird stuff where it's just like, this is just the most bizarre thing possible. How can we just do the craziest, most insane thing possible? That's what I want a zombies mode to do, right? A zombies map, just go far with it. The other extreme is the serious grittiness. I want to see a zombies mode that's like Resident Evil type shit, where it's like really gritty, scary, dark. That's what I want to see too. Give me everything, man. Give me everything. You know what I mean? A Chernobyl map for MW4. See what I mean? Like a Chernobyl map would have been sick. That would be in the gritty and dark direction. That would have been perfect. I want to see everything. Everything. Yeah, the staffs coming back for the final map would be cool if that does. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it did, that would be cool. But yeah, the tomb kind of ruined it. Yeah, they already. Yeah, that is true. I could see it happening, to be honest. Yeah, reloaded seasons have been better because yeah, that's when the zombies maps drop 100%. I could see BO6 maps getting thrown to BO7 100%. That could happen. That's not going to be like a significant amount of zombies content, at least in my opinion, but it would still be something at least for the next year. I agree. I don't know if they would like, you know, space that out. I talked about that in my video that they could do that, but I don't know. I feel like we'll see. People complain about the OG point system being too annoying in the new game, but that was because everything is so expensive, especially Pack-a-Punch. Yeah, and they also, I don't think they perfectly balanced it. Like, you have some stuff like the shotguns are a little overpowered for points. They didn't balance it perfectly. I hope they improve upon that system. I hope they don't get rid of it, dude. If we see Black Ops 8 announced and they say modern point system, no classic point system, I might just not play it, to be honest. I want to see an improved version of the classic point system. Make some changes to it. I don't care, but the default should be that system 100%. 100%. We'll see, though. We'll see what they do. All right. I'll read a few more comments. I'm really enjoying this conversation, so I don't want to go, but I do have to go. What I want for the 2028 COD is full creative vision, whether it's the gameplay, HUD, uniqueness. Agreed, agreed, agreed. I don't want to see any types of customization because, in my opinion, it's a bad game design to please everyone. So I think customization should be a thing, but not like, I agree. They shouldn't rely on customization. That to me is the most important thing. By default, it should be a solid experience with a creative vision, and you shouldn't be able to go too crazy with like what you can change. But I do think there should be like separate options. Like I don't mind like directed mode, for example. Like that gives you an easier way to beat the Easter egg, whatever. It's a separate mode, that's fine. But like I agree, I don't want to load in the game and there's a mini map on the screen and the only way to get rid of it is to go into the settings and change it. Like, yeah, I agree. Have a creative vision, please, man, please. I agree. Crazy me how the Infinity Ward now made IW zombies. I mean, a lot of those developers did leave though, so I don't know if they're all still around. I'm sure some of them are, but yeah. Twerking zombies would, not gonna lie, turn people off from trying. Let those, but here's the thing. What you're saying, I don't disagree, but the reason I think that's okay is because if you do zombies from different developers, then you always have a different thing. So like, let's say 1 year has some ridiculous stuff like zombies twerking. By the way, that's just like an out there example. I'm not saying I actually need zombies to twerk. I'm saying just stupid stuff like zombies dancing. I think it's funny, right? I don't mind zombies dancing. I think it's hilarious. But if the next year has like a grounded, gritty zombies mode, it's far in that extreme direction, you get both sides of the coin, you know? So to me, that's perfect. That's better than Treyarch just playing the middle ground and just playing it safe every year, and that's it, right? So they never can go too crazy in one direction. Because like, I love both directions. I want to see them go. And there's people who love the goofy directions, people who love the gritty direction. And like, we're never going to get those extremities again if we don't see non-Treyarch studios make zombies again. That's the way I see it. I didn't hate the DMZ trailer, but looking back at it, they should have just, yeah, it should have just been gameplay. I think the whole like, whole above, whatever the camera thing they did was a little weird. All right. You know, damage numbers, health bars, I don't want them there personally, but they if they're going to have them there, they should be off by default 100%. I think damage numbers I'm okay with, like again, off by default, but I'm okay with this being an option. Health bars, I kind of would prefer they design the game without them in mind. Like, I want to see them, like, design the game in a way to where you know the zombie's close to dying because they're deteriorating and how they visually look, but, like, I don't really need the health bar information. But I don't know, we'll see. All right, I have to head out. Great stream, I had a fun time. I will see you on my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.